But what's happening, people? This is Avidan, episode 76.
How did you warn us that the intro was going and we still end up talking into it, dog? Like, how, young? I need answers, dog. Like,
hey, man,
my camera on.
I'm talented. I'm talented, man. I'm talented. You know, you got to keep a good show going, man. But what's going on, people? This is Avidan, and this is the entire Chillcast with quite a few guests tonight. We are talking about a lot of things on episode 76. But before we get into that, before we get into all of that, we're going to welcome from the top left all the way down back to myself, starting with welcome back, Rob Regal. How you been, bruh?
Feeling good, man. Blessed. I took a couple weeks off. Was dealing with sickness, dealing with some personal stuff, dealing with family stuff. So feels good to be back on here, talk a little bit about some video games tonight, and kick it with some good people, man. And my beard is still glorious, so everything is wonderful. You feel me?
Cool. What you been playing, man?
I've been playing the Outer Worlds, NBA 2K20. I just downloaded Madden 20 today because the homies was talking trash and it was for half price up on Xbox. So I had to go get that and put some foot to behinds. And yeah, man. Oh, and I've been playing some Destiny 2 on PC off the random. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. Just messing around, playing different games.
Nice. And next up we have Mandy Lee Plays. Thank you for so much for coming back on.
Well, thank you for having me.
Anytime. How have you been? How's your week been? What games you been playing?
I've been playing Pokemon. I just finished it like yesterday.
Congratulations. I know you have a lot to say about that game, so we're gonna give you some time to talk about that game.
I love and hate that game at the same time.
That's a very fair way to feel especially for if you're someone who you've been playing like a lot of RPGs. I've seen you play Final Fantasy X. You played other games, so expectations wise could be a bit higher, and I could definitely understand that. So next up, my bad guys, I had to chat up my phone and my volume went off. So if you guys heard that interference, my bad. But thank you so much, Mandy. Chris Levi, welcome back, dude.
Hey, thank you.
Hey man, how you been this week, man? What you been playing?
I've been doing all right this week. Work's been a little rough, but that happens around the holiday season. It gets busy working in retail. But other than that, I've been mainly playing Pokemon this week, and I decided to next week to try to throw some Borderlands and Outer Worlds back into the rotation. And also, because of Game Pass, I finally am going to dive into Rage 2, because everybody said it was my kind of game, being that it's like Borderlands and stuff like that. So Pokemon's been the main game, but I am going to dive into some more games soon.
Hey, cool. And lastly, Smash JT, welcome back. It's been a while since you've been on the Chillcast.
Been a hot minute. How you guys been?
Been great, man. How have you been? What you been playing this week?
Oh God, I've been playing a little bit of everything. Untitled Goose Game and Little Town Hero have been taking up a lot of my time. God, I can't even think what else. Mario, Sonic, the Olympic Games, playing that with my kids a lot. They're loving that. And
nice.
God, what was the other one? That's one other game I've been playing. But yeah, I'll think of it. But yeah, I've been busy.
That's cool. And for me, I've been playing Pokemon and Smash Brothers. That's pretty much it. Pokemon when I just want to go out and relax. Smash Brothers when I feel competitive. So that's pretty much what I've been playing. But shout out to Jake Miller in the chat who kicked off the stream with a $2 super chat saying, I hear we're talking about Pokemon sales. Chris Levi and Dorkman are in the chat. And we have 11 people watching already. Thank you guys so much for coming out. We hope that you're going to enjoy the show tonight. We have a lot to talk about. So sit back, kick it back for a little bit. Tell a friend now. Share this with a friend now. You make sure you share this with a friend right now. Thank you so much. And we're going to kick it off with the Game Awards. And Jacob is here. What up, Jacob? So, the Game Awards happened, Wednesday, right? Was it Wednesday?
It was Tuesday.
It was Tuesday? All right, well, it was Tuesday.
They haven't happened yet.
Yeah, they haven't happened. Just the announcements.
I mean, the announcements. My bad. Thank you.
Yeah.
The announcements. Where Jeff Keighley announced it, and everyone. You know why I felt like it happened? Because everyone live streamed the announcements. So I'm thinking like it was a real event.
Next month.
Everybody is up in arms because Death Stranding got like 10 nominations. Control got 8 nominations, which is surprising, but nonetheless,
mean,
Mandy, you're dead center on screen. But yes, those are my exact feelings. It's like I read
center?
I read down my list of tweets, and I was like, eh. I guess I was feeling like, eh, because we're gonna talk about a little bit more tonight, because around the same time I heard about the whole Game Awards, I was learning about how bad COPPA really was ramping up to be. Well, the COPPA Act with YouTubers, and I was like, there's a lot more things to be upset about right now.
I mean,
and that's how I felt at the time. I'm like, I'm not coming at people. I'm not saying no one else was wrong to feel mad about the Game Awards. If that's how you feel, cool. That's how you feel. That's where your vocation was. Cool. That's not the word vocation. But that's where your feelings were. That cool. But for me, I was thinking like, yo, how are we going to really operate as content creators come January 1st, 2020? Like
that's the real stuff. Like, I could talk about games all day, but real stuff.
It's like video games, and Dorgman, I'll answer that later on. But I for one though, to give some thoughts about the Game Awards, you know, in terms of Death Stranding, I told the cast members before we came on that I feel as though Death Stranding is going to win everything but Game of the Year. Game of the Year is probably going to be Resident Evil 2 or Smash Brothers, or maybe even Sekiro. But really, it's going to be one of those 3 games for Game of the Year, and Death Stranding is going to probably win in every other department. Mainly because they don't want to make it too obvious that this was some type of gameplay. Because lo and behold, this is something that I found funny with the Game Awards. And this is why I didn't care as much, because literally right after the announcement, you had somebody on the panel damage controlling, saying Jeff Keighley had nothing to do with the nominations.
They knew. They knew.
So I'm like,
they know what they're working with.
I said, if you could compose a tweet on how to snitch on yourself 101, she did it. It's like she snitched on herself and
we're
the
gonna jump out in front of this and let you guys know we had nothing to do with snitching on ourselves.
Right.
Like literally, like you guys remember the old tweets of nobody, her comes out and says, "We are innocent. No one was doing this. Nobody asked.
Nobody was asking. Yeah, what the hell? Wait a second."
So that's literally why I felt, you know, it was kind of like, all right, I see where you guys are going with this. You guys want Jeff Keighley. He wants his buddy. Hideo Kojima to get some awards. You know, he feels that Konami did him wrong. And we were talking about this in the PE podcast last night. You know, they want to get back at Konami, and I'm on the opposite end. I feel like Konami they were keeping him in check.
I mean, but like, it's gonna throw away all the principles of an actual awards show, just so you can have your homeboy up on the stage.
But I mean, like,
Wow.
at the same, you're right, but you know, at the same time, this writing was on the wall for the past few years, because Hideo Kojima had the red carpet thrown out in front of him every Game Awards. If you think about it, like he had a whole set just to advertise Death Stranding. Andy Ackerman with the hold up. I had that muted for some second. I gotta play back that Matthew with the $3 donation. Andy Ackerman with the $2 super chat says, What? Avidan got Mandy Lee plays? When? Yes, she's amazing. Thank you for coming on. I like I said, I just don't care. I don't care.
I don't know either, but it's still like principles, people. We already got game, it's supposed to be like an Oscars type of thing. We can't go for Oscars level when everyone's like, no, backfooting. It hasn't even been that
I-
much
I mean,
years.
it's happening to
Can
the
I jump
Grammys
in
right
real
now.
quick and can we say, are we assuming that the Oscars aren't fixed too?
Yeah, I'm about to say.
I was
all
gonna, I
of
was,
the
I was
award
gonna
shows are
say,
fixed.
I was gonna say,
The
all of them are
Grammys are
fixed.
fixed right now. The whole music community is
The
like,
gaming one was so like obvious.
yeah, nah, man.
Like,
It's
they,
all fixed,
like-
man. I was saying before we started the podcast, I was saying, man, people got to realize that gaming now is part of the entertainment industry as well. And once you get into that
Big
type
facts.
of, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, I'm not saying Hideo
It's gonna get
Kojima
fixed.
doesn't deserve it.
Yeah.
I mean,
I mean, I was saying the same.
He's like
I
a mini
mean,
celebrity in the gaming. I
He
mean,
is,
okay,
yeah.
he's earned his
is.
keep.
I mean,
He's still going.
I mean, that's nice. Real fast, I want to give a big shout out to Matthew Hammond because Matthew Hammond did give a $3 donation. I had to pull up Streamlabs to read your donation. Keep doing what you are doing. Thank you so much. You are appreciated. Thank you so much for your help and your generosity. But I didn't mean to interrupt. I just didn't want to forget about what he said. But man,
The problem with video, I was gonna say the problem with video games more than movies is I feel like movies is more of a universally acclaimed. Yes, this is good because of these reasons, whereas games have far more nuances and they're a more personal experience. So it's really hard to just throw them in and be like, yeah, because somebody could play Death Stranding and have the most passionate experience ever that's like life-changing, like, oh my god, this is transcendent for my life because it relates to all these other things for me and I can play it my way so that it really lives out that experience. Whereas a movie is made and you experience it. And that's why I'm like, no one's talking about Super Mario Maker 2. No one's talking about Luigi's Mansion 3. No one's talking about, well, people are talking about, but Fire Emblem 3 Houses. Like, or
even Astral Chain. Even Astral Chain was highly was 87.
Astral Chain, to me, but that's the thing. To me, Astral Chain, not as much because it didn't resonate with me. Like, initially it did, but the more I played it, the more I was like, you know what? It's not really, this isn't my jam, but I can totally see why people would love this. But that doesn't make it game of the year for me. But I could totally see how somebody would have it that. Whereas you watch Rocky and you're like, yeah, Rocky's a freaking great movie. Everyone's gonna like that. If you don't, it's like, well, why not? Like, it's so hard. It's apples to concrete. It's not even the same thing, but they're both in the entertainment space. So I think every year this comes up, and every year it's the same argument, and it will be for the remainder of time. And that's what's fun about it. And I think Keeley knew that too. I don't mean to be talking all the time here, but you saw Keeley's tweet where he was like, what were your biggest snubs? Like, he just wanted people to talk about it. He wants the
attention.
He wants the attention, and the more people are tweeting it, they're hashtagging it.
You're giving them rating. You're giving them ratings. You're giving them support. You're giving them exposure.
You're getting him trending. You're getting everything going for it, and you're getting more attention on it. More eyeballs will be watching it. More people mean more money. More money means more companies will be a part of it, and it will just keep growing and growing. So I get it. It makes sense, but it doesn't necessarily mean that there's people. It makes me laugh when people are like, "Oh, this game should be this." It's like there's no right answer. You can't fight like there's a right answer to this because there's not. That's what I'm getting at. And
no, you're absolutely right. To touch off what you said, it's like people need to understand that this is a business at the end of the day. This is like if you're trying to base this off our own perception of fairness, this is a business at the end of the day. Like freaking Control was nominated.
I got a lot to say about that, Avidan. You saw my video. You know how I feel about that.
Jump Force was nominated.
They made it so obvious that it's disrespectful. I mean, at least do it in a more.
But you know what though? But here's a point that I brought up last night. You know why it's so obvious this year? There were so many games that were in the 80s and low 80s and 70s this year on a Metacritic score. And when I saw that this year, when I saw the writing on the wall, when I saw that a game like Death Stranding can get what was it, 80, 83? It's still at 83, right? 81, 83?
83, and it's got 9 nominations.
It got 9 nominations, got 19 perfect scores. People were allowed to say this game is not fun and still give it a 10 out of 10. At that point, if you could be an official review scorer, Metacritic doesn't matter to me anymore. You are not, because now these companies, it's like, because all that says is all a company has to do is speak from a place of total subjection, leave out all objectivity, which is supposed to be the integrity of a review in the first place. You need to address objective and subjective points and make a marriage of both of them to gain your score. And if you say that this game is not fun in a traditional way, but you still give this game a 10 out of 10, and you're saying that it's funny, it's buggy here and there, give it an 8 out of 10. Give it a 7.5 out of 10. Don't be afraid because this is Kojima, because all of us know that if this game was, you know what? I'm going to call it out there. If this was a brand new Nintendo IP, this wouldn't even be nominated.
Can I say something?
Go ahead.
I think with that whole this is not a fun game 10 out of 10, it's a more like experience type of game where there's not necessarily like a kind of the what's it say, the one the closed-minded like thought of fun. It's more like an experience and stuff like that. Some people resonate with that. It's like a movie. It's more of a visual thing.
Mm-hmm.
That it's not fun though. But and another thing is, people were saying like, "Oh, Death Stranding does deserve to get like 10 out of 10." Freaking IGN was up in there putting a 9.3 for Pokemon Sword and Shield, and said it was amazing. I was like, all integrity you guys had out the window, because that game is not a 9.3 out of 10. I am sorry. Where are the biases when people calling out Death Stranding?
Can I say
Where are you
That
guys?
nostalgia rating. That's what it was.
That was not.
You just hit on something really important there, and I think that's what Avidan was kind of getting on too. Is we're getting away from the Game Awards, which is totally fine because that's exactly where this conversation should go, and that is you got to unearth what a review even is, because what a review for a game is for one person is completely different for another person. Like you said, someone gave it a 10 out of 10 saying it wasn't fun, but the experience was transcendent. It's like, okay, so that person's mind is a game doesn't require fun to understand that it is, in this case, probably art or something to be enjoyed in a different way. Whereas another reviewer, like most of us, would be like, the game should probably be fun because at the end of the day, it's a game. So that's probably the
It
first
was more
thing
like
to check on.
clickbait.
What's
When
that?
they were like, it was more like clickbait to say like, oh, it's not fun, but it's a 10 out of 10.
Right. Well, I mean, I don't want to take away from them because maybe I don't want to put words in their mouth. Maybe it was in their eyes of a review a 10 out of 10 for how they view a quality game, and maybe fun is not one of those boxes that they need to check off for that, which is strange. But I don't want to put my rules on every reviewer. Like, that's what I'm saying. People should have their own set of rules, and people should follow the reviewers they like, because there are games in the golden age of gaming. There's a game for everyone out there, and there's a reviewer for everyone out there. And I think that's what we keep losing, because these corporations want these reviewers to be generic, no name, no faces. They just want their organization. And that's where the problem's coming in. And I am going way off the rails.
I'm gonna bring it back. I'm gonna bring it back to where the Game Awards is, and I'm gonna use your point, and I'm gonna just piggyback us back. See, Smash, you and Rob, even you yourself, and maybe probably you as well. It's like when we grew up playing video games, we had to rely on GamePro, Electronic Gaming Monthly, Nintendo Power magazines, or we had to watch GameSpot TV before it became XPlay.
Ooh.
Yeah, I brought it back. I brought it back.
Why would you hit me in the age like that?
I brought it back. I brought it back. We had to rely on these things to see if a game was good or not. We didn't have YouTube to rely on other people to play these games. People in these days, in this day and age, I feel like people are not utilizing the true power of the internet. For me, I would make a suggestion to really go out and watch a Let's Play. Don't watch a reviewer. Watch a Let's Play. And you can see for yourself the first 30 minutes, is this something that I would want to play? Is this something that I would want to enjoy? And you will know by watching someone else's Let's Play if this is something that I want to buy. How do I know? Because that's how I bought Super Mario Maker 2. Watching this dude, Rob, play this game.
Real quick point. I don't want to date myself too far, but I remember buying games just based off the cover art.
Yep. Yo, those.
I did that.
Yeah, when I was little, I used to go to the Blockbuster or the
See?
Hollywood Theater, rent the game, and if I liked the game enough, I would, hey, can y'all buy this game so I don't just have it for 3 days?
Hey, yo, you guys, who remembers Funko Land? Funko Land.
Funko Land.
So it's like we had so many different things that we could actually try and test out games and know for ourselves, and that's how we rated games. We didn't have a game awards. We just said, yo, this is a good game. Whoever had the best game at school, or better yet, if you went to school, it's like, hey, can I borrow this game? Game was cool, enjoyed it, and that's how it was.
Never give out your games because
different times. Like it was a different time.
you will never see that game again.
No, yeah, yes, I would, because if they didn't bring a game back by a certain day, you was fighting them. That's how it went down. That's how it went down. But the funny part is, to bring it back to the Game Awards, to an extent, did use Metacritic, or the highest rated games were always in the Game of the Year nominees. This year is different. This year, things were pulled because obvious reasons. You could call it conspiracy or whatever, but I'm gonna put it out there. I'm calling a spade a spade. Yo, they want Kojima to get some awards.
I mean, it's so obvious. I don't think it's conspiracy at this point.
It's like it's only conspiracy because it's not openly said. So by definition, it's conspiracy. I'm calling a spade a spade, though. A spade
insulting my intelligence. Like
you're right, Mandy. You're absolutely right. But before I get too deep into this, Oak City Gamers donated $1.99, saying Avidan super support, love the cast, thank you so much. And Tether Gaming with $1.99 said, "What up, fam? What's going on, Tether? Thank you for coming on, man. Whoa, thank you for coming by." Tether's the homie, man. Yo, you guys are talking it up in the chat about this, man. I love it. But I guess for me, the Game Awards at the end of the day, I will have some fun with you guys. Who do you guys think is going to probably take home the biggest one, Game of the Year? I say it's between Resident Evil 2 and Smash Brothers, even with the controversy.
Yeah.
I think Smash Brothers, though, it doesn't feel right.
Smash all day. I couldn't imagine a different game winning, honestly.
Yeah, for me, I personally want the Outer Worlds, but if I had to go with what I think's gonna win, it's gonna be Smash Brothers or Resident Evil.
Yeah.
Could you imagine? I mean, Resident Evil, I'm sure it's amazing, but just the universal continue to be enjoyed today and built in a community, and then Resident Evil, which is a standalone game that kind of is stagnant. It's like, I mean, sure, they're both experiences, but Smash Brothers offer longevity way beyond. Not that should be a determining factor, but it's definitely something that plays a role in mine as far as a game that should be considered for a game that people look back on and remember. Like 10 years from now, are people going to be like, oh, Resident Evil 2 remake? Or are they going to be like, Smash Brothers Ultimate with the entire cast from every game ever with all this DLC? Amazing community, amazing fights, the best-selling fighting game ever. Like, there's so many things about it.
That's why I feel it's because it became the best-selling fighting game of all time, even though it's still almost a year later, still missing elements in the game. almost a year later.
I agree. But I mean, you could literally say, I mean, missing elements, yeah, but how much does it offer on the experience on the whole? Like, it's always going to be missing elements. That's like the offering of playtime that it would give to a player is far longer to the average gamer than someone that would be playing Resident Evil 2. And once you're done with Resident Evil 2,
I'll give you that.
You might come back to it, play it again. You might do Game Plus or whatever. And hell, even maybe 4 years down the road, you might play it again. That's bad. Smash Brothers, you'll have it in your system every day, all day. Like,
all right, so Dorkman asked me to reintroduce the cast. So over at the top left, we have Rob Rigo, Gaming and Culture. Down in the bottom left, we have Chris Levi 13. In the middle, we have Mandy Lee Plays, and right above me, we have Smash JT. So that is everybody. And what's going on, Captain Dasher? So I'm just gonna say Resident Evil 2 or Smash Bros. Either one of those two. Now, go ahead, Mandy.
I think Kojima could get credit for Smash because Snake is in there.
That's Konami.
What is that?
Wow.
Oh, that's good. Oh man, but he made
technically,
Snake.
that's still Kojima. He made the original Metal Gear.
Yeah.
So Kojima always
technically,
wins.
it's still him.
Stop! No! No! Dang it!
You can't have it always, Avidan. Sorry.
No!
Avidan, you know me. If there's a conspiracy to be found, I will stretch and bend over backwards to find it.
Dang, damn it! End the podcast. We're
I'm
done.
sorry.
Peace, y'all.
Nah.
I'm playing. That was good. That's the. I didn't even think about that. Dang, Coach Jimmy does
I
always
didn't either.
win.
Who said that? Was that Manda?
That was Mandy.
That's great.
Oh my gosh, Kojima always wins. There's no other way. Kojima always wins now. But
Can't beat the house. Kojima's the house.
But we're gonna
Always wins.
we're gonna move this topic over to the Pokemon Sword and Switch sales. Now, in just 1 week, this is an impressive feat. In one week, the game has sold over 6 million units, which outperformed Smash Brothers' first week sales or any other Switch game's first week sales. So, and am I
How's
surprised?
that boycott working out?
It's a Pokemon game.
That's what I'm gonna say. I'm not surprised because it's Pokemon.
It's like, not on its merit. My mom knows that Pokemon Sword and Shield came out. My mom knew. It's very mainstream.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's
so.
But okay. Here's the thing. Now, Pokemon Sword and Shield. Here's. I think it was a trickling effect. You had people who were going to dedicate and buy the game. You know what? I have the perfect analogy. Pokemon had the Breath of the Wild effect. It had
Without the good game.
Well, yeah, I can see how you feel about that.
It's not no Breath of the Wild.
No, when I say Breath of the Wild effect, I mean the effect Breath of the Wild had. Like, a lot of people were not going to buy a Switch just for one game. That was a lot of people's mentality.
I did.
You did, but I remember back in 2017, and 2016, so many people were saying the Switch has no games, and nobody was going to really buy the Switch just for one game. But when they saw enough live streams and enough people playing Breath of the Wild, more people went out and bought that game and supported that game, which is why that game sold as much as it did in its first month, and it made overall good sales.
It's a brilliant game.
In a weird way, the Wii U failing actually assisted propelling the Switch forward, because if the Wii U was even moderately successful and sold anywhere close to what they had hoped it could have gotten to, then people would have been like, why the hell would I upgrade to a Switch? I'm just going to buy it on the Wii U. But nobody had Wii U's. So
exactly. And the people who did...
They weren't going to be like, oh, I'm going to miss out on 2 Nintendo systems now, and there's an awesome game coming out.
And yeah, so it's like, but with Pokemon, it's like there are so many people just wanted to boycott this game, and when they saw enough live streams and enough people playing the game, they were like, "Whoa, This is actually a good game.
No. Okay, bring it back. It's the opposite effect. They bought it because of the name Pokemon.
No, I'm talking
Wow.
I'm talking about the people who are boycotting. I'm talking about the people who are boycotting. I'm talking about the people who were against buying it.
I mean, I was never against it. I just
you wasn't.
like the game, but I bought it because it's Pokemon. That's the whole point.
But that's you, man. I'm talking about people.
I don't see people going on live stream saying like, "Oh my god, it's beautiful."
No, it's like I'm talking about people watching other people. People watching.
I think it's the opposite. It's the opposite effect. They bought the game. They're like, "Oh man, I paid $60 for a Pokemon game, and it looks ugly too." I mean, I guess I'll have fun with it. That's what I did. I had fun with it.
It's different because I see a lot of people talking about. I see people who say they don't like the game after they buy it, but I see a lot of people happy with the game.
Let me say it this way. I think it's
a fun game.
I think it's somewhere in between what you and Mandy are saying. And what it is people saying one thing and doing another. And I don't necessarily think they're watching the streams to change their mind. I think they just thought that was what the cool crowd was. We're gonna boycott Pokemon, but I'm gonna go to Walmart after this and go buy it.
Like the whole
people give
Area 56.
Too much credit to that,
like the whole Area 56 or the Area. What was that whole big
Area
event?
51.
Area 51.
Area.
See, I don't pay attention.
Raid Area 50. No, because no one actually did that.
So no one actually boycotted? No one actually boycotted?
The thing is, there's a casual market, and if my mom knows what Pokemon is, there's some kid out there saying, "Ma, I want Pokemon," because it sells itself. The name,
the casual market. I think this is what I was thinking about earlier today. And Mandy, great freaking point. I think oftentimes us, especially as smaller YouTubers, we are very pigeonholed in a bubble, and we feel like we're not that big, so people don't hear us. But these other big YouTubers, people will listen to because they're influencers. Mm-hmm. But take a step out of that because they're still in a bubble. The general public does not watch YouTube. They don't care about anything people are talking about. Mm-hmm. They are casuals. They know Pokemon. They see it in the store. They buy it. They have no idea about Game Freak. They have no idea about Game Freak Live. They have no idea about any Pokédex problems. They have no idea about reused animations. They have no idea about any problems with the game. They see Pokemon, like Mandy's saying, they buy Pokemon. That is why it's sold so much.
That's why it never gets to be a good game, because it's always mediocre at best.
Because there's no need for them to delay it.
Exactly. It's like
it's. I'll say that. Go ahead, Chris, because you didn't get a chance.
I was just gonna go off. I totally agree with what Smash JT says, because we have a way of thinking of being of YouTubers and gamers ourselves. We're gonna play the game regardless. But when you look at the average person, the kids or anything, you see it in stores. You go to the mall, you go to Walmart, you see the cars, the games, all this stuff for Pokemon, and they're gonna be like, "Hey, Mom, you see that the trading card game I have? There's a game for it. Can you buy it for my Switch? Can you buy it for my Switch?" And the mom, whether it's a good game or not, whether the kid plays it or not, they're going to go buy it because it is Pokemon. They're going to buy it. You know?
That's how
And they're going to do that, and it's going to get those sales from the general public, but also from us. Now, me, I don't think it's the greatest game in the world, but I do like the game a whole lot. It's not groundbreaking on any level, but to see a mainline Pokemon game on the Switch and selling this much is a positive thing, because to be honest, I was looking things up. It's one of the biggest franchises in the entire world.
And why is the graphic so bad?
But here's the thing.
I just want to cry every time I think about it.
But here's the thing, Mandy. Here's the thing, and this is probably going to sound bad. I'm going to come off as like a hardcore Nintendo fanboy when I say this, but it's not about the graphics. It's about the gameplay and the experience. And sometimes, not to sound like an old man, but I'm going there. Where's my cane? Sometimes, the worse the graphics are, the better your imagination is, the more drawn into the world you are.
What a cop-out.
It sounds like a Reading Rainbow advertisement.
All right, let me jump in. Let me jump.
Pokemon Sword.
I'm just spitting the truth here. I'm just saying.
Let me jump in for a second with that.
It's so bad, it's
good. So here's the thing about
this
Pokemon.
is, by the way, Avidan, This is how I got my wife to fall in love with me. It's not about the looks, baby.
Oh god,
Oh my gosh.
that is now documented.
No!
I want you to know that.
I'm going way off the
That's
rails.
documented.
That
Go
is
on.
documented.
What were you saying?
You and your old brother.
When the divorce hearing comes up, they're like, yeah, we have this video evidence from Avidan Smith's Chillcast of him admitting.
Yep.
But anyway, let me just say,
Give him a $42,000 fine as well.
let me say this. I also, Mandy, I do believe you're right. Like, the kids market is definitely a big handle on the sales of Pokemon Sword and Shield. But to bring up some old data, if you look at Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee, which is even way more casual, even way more for kids, I would argue, because there's really no battling, there's no real competition in that game. That game sold half the amount of what this game sold in 1 week. That game sold about 3 million.
It's a mainline Pokemon game.
So yeah, you're right. So with this mainline Pokemon game, where I was going to bring that to that point is you do have the people who do like the mainline Pokemon games. You do have the kids, and then you have another market that is not really talked about. It's the competitive side of Pokemon. The competitive side of Pokemon is it rivals the Smash competitive side. They are a very select bunch. And they will go out and buy this game. And looking at this game made many quality of life changes for those who like to play competitive. Many.
But it's such a little margin. And that's okay, it could be competitive, but the game still is a bad game. It's missing stuff. Like, if it didn't have Pokemon slapped onto it, and you just looked at the game, you'd be like, what is this garbage? I mean, not to say it's garbage.
Well,
I had a good time playing this game.
So my question to you is, if you had fun, so because this brings us back to the Death Stranding topic now. If you had fun, are we saying that fun is not a barometer saying a game is good or bad? Are we saying that? Because in the same light, we gotta keep it a full bean. We gotta keep it a full buck for either Death Stranding and Pokemon now. If we're saying that the game is not fun, the game is fun, but it's not good, then in the same light, the person who was saying this game is not fun, but it's good, we can't say he's wrong then.
Fun is subjective. Like I thought it was fun, but it has objective flaws. They're missing half the Pokemon. The graphics look terrible for a billion-dollar company, like licensed game. The story was lackluster at most. There was a lot of there's no end game content. Like, they literally just tell you nothing, and you just get a battle tower. Oh, no spoilers. I'm sorry.
The end game. I will say this: the end game for a lot of people is battling their friends, or battling random people.
I remember when I used to beat a Pokemon game, and I was so excited for the professor or somebody say, "Hey, now that you beat the game, we got this secret code, and you could go somewhere else, a new island or a different region."
Well,
remember when those were a thing?
Well, okay, I'll say this, man. This is better than from my first Pokemon game, because my first Pokemon game was Red and Blue, and after you beat the game, the end game was Mewtwo. That's it.
Yeah, but that's before Pokemon took off. And even then, you finished and you're in your room, anti the champion? Why am I back in my bedroom?
I mean, because
it's everything's
I think because it's one thing I do want to say, Mandy. It's okay that you feel it's a bad game, and it's okay that you don't. But really
those are objective stuff. It was fun though, especially the wild area.
Well, the national dex is actually subjective, because I could say that's not a flaw, because I'm not going to use 900 or 1,000 plus Pokemon. I'm going to use about maybe 20 at most.
But that's half of the content that's out of their game. And keep in mind, Pokemon is right on par with Disney. And Disney chugging out The Last Jedi, and we get... Didn't even do the cover art good. I get so frustrated. But I did enjoy the game for what it is. That's why I say it was fun. I had fun playing it. It was a subpar Pokemon game.
So what would you
And
what would you get the
here's-
game out of 10?
like a 6.
Okay, so that's not a terrible game.
I don't like to
Well,
like
decent.
put numbers
That's-
on
that's-
stuff. So.
You gotta ask this: is a 5 average on your scale?
Hmm?
Is a 5 average?
You get below average.
No. I'm saying because some people think like on the modern day scales, like a 7 is average. Is a 5 average for you? If you're giving it a 6, you're saying it's above average, or are you saying it's a 6? It's not that good.
It's a 6. It's not that good.
So what's the average for you out of 10?
Like 8.
Okay. Okay.
Whoa!
Well, I don't really like
That's
put numbers on my
pretty
stuff.
goddamn high average.
That's a high average.
No, but I don't even put stuff like numerically.
That's
But
good. Nah.
As I was saying-
I just know I don't. If I start a company, I am not hiring Mandy to be my my product.
Nah, Mandy,
I mean-
Mandy. No, seriously. If A's an average, that's just that. You know what? That just says that you have a very, very, very high standard for video games and everything.
No,
And I think that
It's
puts
not
into
even that.
perspective that puts into perspective her complaints. I think
yeah,
because
it
she
just
has
says.
Oh my
such a high
gosh.
expectation.
I don't rate games, first of all.
Okay,
I just
my
said
bad.
5 as in like you got 10 points,
My bad. Okay.
6 points. That's considered like
Okay. So in that case,
Bad
let's
for
remove.
that.
So if you don't normally rate games, then
I don't
then
at all.
it's either it's not that good, good, bad, trash for you, right?
It was fun, but there's stuff wrong that
needs
a
improvement.
game from Pokemon caliber should have been on generations ago. But
Can I ask? Did you when you were playing it? Just honest question. Did you look forward to going back to loading it up to playing it, or did you feel like it was a chore while you were playing through the game?
oh no, I felt inclined to load it up. I never beat Sun and Moon, but I beat this one because it just kept me wanting more.
So it sounds like it's a pretty good game then, if that's what you're saying.
No, it's still a bad game.
It's she had fun. She had fun playing a
I
bad
had
game.
fun. I
Listen,
still do.
listen. You know what? I can support that, Mandy. You know what? I understand. You know why I understand? I had fun playing Shaq Fu. There.
The new one or the old one?
The old one.
Oh, what is wrong with you?
I had fun playing Shaq Fu. Okay, so you can have fun playing a bad game. You can. It's extremely possible.
Yeah.
For a company that's Pokemon, I'm thinking they should be like Monster Hunter World tier kind of thing. Maybe. I mean, Detective Pikachu was kind of cool, but that was a movie. But
I think
Yeah, but-
the issue with Pokemon, and this isn't, I'm not pointing to Mandy. I just feel like the general frustration with the fan base seems to be that there were, I don't want to say unreasonable expectations, but there were extremely high expectations that were not met, and because of that, people are frustrated. But that doesn't make it a
yeah.
bad game. That just means it wasn't up to what your expectations were.
But like even game standards, it wasn't up to normal game standards. Like we had the Jedi Fallen Order looking nice and clean.
I mean, that's two
And
different.
then we did-
That's two
yeah.
different. That's two different consoles, though. Like Jedi Fallen Order, they
Yeah, I know.
they're running
I
on
realized-
Blu-ray. They running on a Blu-ray disc and everything. That's
I
just
think-
hardware, right? That's just
I
hardware.
know, but people give.
I was gonna say a better comparison would be like a Pokemon type game, like something similar to
Yokai Watch.
Yeah, like Yokai Watch or something like that. Like compared to games that are in its genre, because it's an unfair comparison for any company to try to like that would be like I don't want to say an indie company, but that would be like someone comparing Mario Odyssey to Uncharted. It's like well, those are two completely different
No, but they're
graphical
two-
styles and gameplays.
Yeah,
You
but
need
they're
to-
two different games, and they deliver on what they're doing. But Pokemon is having this like thing where they don't really jump in quality. It's been the same for like ever.
But here's the thing, back to Avidan's first initial point. 6 million sold in 6 days.
That doesn't mean anything. That means
That
there's a
means
lot of
that-
casual.
But
There's a
I
lot
hate
of
to
people
say
who
this,
know
but that's-
Pokemon
I hate to say
But
it,
once they get into the game,
it doesn't matter. From a business perspective,
Yeah.
they don't care.
exactly. But we're not business
mean-
people,
What's
so
that?
we
mean,
can't
people-
look at things from a business perspective. We're not business people.
Yeah.
Well,
We're not business people.
I will say I do qualify myself as a business person because one, my channel, you have to
Oh
operate it
my
as a business,
gosh!
and then on stuff that I
You know
haven't
what I
mentioned
mean.
and stuff I haven't mentioned outside of that, and stuff that I haven't really mentioned towards you guys and everything. So I'll speak for myself, and that's why I guess I look at things a little bit differently. Is because I do consider myself a businessman in that sense, and in that regard, and I don't.
I meant like we're not developers. Like
Okay, you're right. Yeah, absolutely right. I'm not.
Yeah, we're not developers.
Absolutely
but
right. I'm
with
not.
the game selling 6 million like that, the Game Freak's thinking if we ain't got to make big changes, we maybe took some Pokemon out, but we added in a whole lot more, and maybe we didn't make
Exactly.
graphical changes. But
they took out stuff and they get
we're-
more.
We're
Remember,
cash.
this is $60. Keep that in mind.
But that's the thing. You bought the game and you're
and-
complaining about it, but
Well-
they got.
Hey, I have every right to complain about it.
And there's another thing we're not saying is that the game may not be just for adults. You got to realize the game is still geared. That's why it has no leveling thing. As I've heard some people talking about, we're like hard, easy, this because it's still geared towards kids. For the
It's
majority of it, and
geared
kids
towards
want
a
to play
lot
that
of
game and be real easy.
I'll say the reason why the game is $60
Kids
is
deserve better. I'm sorry.
I'll say
Everyone uses that like it's for kids.
hold
garbage.
on. Let me
Kids deserve better, man.
Well, Mandy, I'll say two things. Like the reason why the game is $60 is because on the 3DS it was $40 and it never hit HD. That jump for HD quality and to develop it in HD, developing anything in HD is a lot.
I'm sorry, Avidan. No, being a multi-billion-dollar company,
Yeah.
this thing is $60, and
Yes.
they took out content, mind you, for $20 more. There is no excusing that.
But
They
at the
still
And
same,
got
then they
your
have
money.
two.
They
People
still got
buy
your
the
money.
double pack.
but at the same time, in the same point though, Game Freak has been doing that for years of taking out Pokemon and re-putting them back in later games. Where I was getting at is with this whole Pokemon Home thing and what they're gonna do in the future is when they start coming out, all they're doing right now is because instead of coding everything for one project, they could say, you know what, because we could get out more games faster and we could let us get more experience. Because you're right, in terms of graphics, could the graphics be better? Yes. Could they have done more?
Posting, the
Yes.
story,
But
voice acting. Jesus.
but Mandy, this
They
is
didn't even try. That's the annoying part.
but Mandy, here's the thing. Now, like just like you said, we're being kind of presumptuous by saying that because this is their first HD product. This is their first console.
But they're not first-time developers. People
But-
all like to baby Game Freak all the time.
It's not
thank you,
babying.
Game Freak. You know, you
No.
the best for
No,
subpar
it's so,
games.
like
nah.
Mandy, like the little that I know about character modeling and stuff like that, the little that I do know about 3D modeling, it's a lot of work. It is a lot of work. And
Look at the games that go beyond Pokemon that do it, like
But the-
Xenoblade Chronicles.
Xenoblade Chronicles isn't like Pokemon actually.
It's more, isn't it? Right? You
But
take
it's-
out blades in and out. Everyone moving.
But
Guess what that looks like?
but at the
Well,
same
that's
time,
only one character model. Where
but that's-
Pokemon has like
It's a
hundreds.
different experience, though.
hundreds of character models, and then you gotta
That's their
duplicate,
job.
and then you but okay.
People don't understand that's their job.
No,
The
but
develop-
Mandy, let me explain it to you. Where you got, it's not that I can understand your point if this was being developed on a Blu-ray disc, right? These are being developed on 8, 16, 32 gigabyte cards. When you render something in HD, you
Breath
only
of the Wild,
Breath of the Wild still had its flaws, and Breath of the Wild and
but it was leaps and bounds better.
But hold on, Mandy, hold on. Breath of the Wild is not even a 1080p game, and it's a 900p game. That's one thing I'll put out there. They downscaled it and everything so it could run even at 30 frames per second. It wasn't even at 60 frames per second. Someone could argue that graphically that wasn't running. That was on a 16 gigabyte card. It's like Nintendo is working magic right now to put these games on 8,
How would I
16.
know?
No, hold on. I'm gonna give you this from a semi-developer perspective. from 3D modeling. I can just tell you for the 3D modeling by itself, not even going to the animation part of it, but for the 3D modeling itself, 8, 16, 32 gigabytes, fitting all of that in there. You only have 32 gigabytes worth of storage to put all of this game in there, and then that's not considering, like you said, Jedi Fallen Order. Jedi Fallen Order is like what, over 100, 60 to 100 gigabytes of memory.
But then it's more like, okay, in like gaming standards, Pokemon is not where it should. You're thinking of something like old school. Like, you're saying all that, like making excuses, like it's
no. That's
like
I'm giving you
past.
objective facts. I'm giving, like you said, I'm giving you objective facts on how the process goes. It's like because right now, Mandy, I understand you're frustrated and everything, and you're right. It's fair to be frustrated with these games.
I'm not frustrated. I'm just like,
oh,
I'm surprised you guys can't really see the obvious flaws.
oh, I see.
Like,
I
saw the obvious flaws, and I said it was a fun game. I still like it. But I know it's flawed in so many ways that people excuse, and I'm like, you guys do know it's a full price game. It's a Pokemon game to boot. Why don't we expect more? Why are we good with the bare minimum? Why is there no voice acting?
Voice acting. So it's like, well, for one, I would say this. I wish like, you know, we knew the budget of this game. Because budget goes into all that. Budget goes into scoring. Because I could comment on saying I don't like the music to the game so much. Like, that's a lot of people like the music. I'm thinking the music could have been a lot better. But at the same time, budget is everything. Paying voice actors.
It's not no indie dev, and like, it's Pokemon. They got money. They got money, but it's still, they can only allocate a certain amount for a budget for a game. Once you put a certain amount for a budget, it doesn't matter how much the whole company has. If they said, because they still get sales off of something that they don't even put the money in for. You get what I'm saying?
I get exactly what you're saying. Mandy, I understand you. I understand. I'm just saying, like, the next Pokemon games are going to have more Pokemon in them. It's going to have more included. Trust me, the next mainline game is going to have even more Pokemon than they do now. And because of Pokemon Home, you'll be able to transfer your old Pokemon into the newer Pokemon games, and that's their plan.
They're going to have, like, DLC Pokemon, like the fairy type pack the ghost type pack.
I can tell you they're not going to do something as crazy as that. What they're going to do is just have the new system, the new online system where you could have your Pokemon on storage so you could transfer between games, and that's how people are going to do. They're doing this because it was too much of a task to get people who had all these Pokemon on their 3DS over to an HD console.
I thought they had like future-proofed most of their models. Because that's what you think. The 3DS is running down. Let's start working on what's on the Switch.
and to think about it, to keep the hype going from a business perspective, it's you want to put out the best product you can within a 3-year time span instead of stretching out for 5 years. Because after 5 years, every game that went beyond a 3-year wait, it didn't perform as well. And I can name you so many games that could have did better, but people lost interest after a while.
It's Pokemon.
One
People
of the
don't lose interest, Avidan. No.
You'll be surprised.
That's what I thought Let's Go was for. Like,
people who haven't lost interest because Pokemon releases games every year or year and a half. That's why no one has lost interest. They release a mainline game and they release a casual game. Though. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that model either, Mandy. I don't agree with that model. They should space it out more. I agree with you there. But to what you said, their marketing is effective because nobody forgets about them. And they want to keep that up. They want to keep their name out there. And they've been doing a fantastic job. The reason why they have that much money is because they've been aggressively marketing themselves to do that. So
they don't put as much of their stuff into the game, but they get the revenue without putting as much into it.
Understandable.
You know what? You know. It's like Pokemon Go. You just have to maintain servers, and it's making millions. I
understand.
Little effort, maximum revenue.
I understand. I get you. I understand. I understand your
I
points.
understand. You understand.
Cool. Because you was ready to come up with the dagger. You say, "Yo, Avidan, no, it's the other way around." Like you, I was like, So ring the boxing bell. I'm not ready to fight tonight.
No, I don't fight. It's just
nah. I'm messing with you. I'm just joking around. But does anyone else have anything they want to add about Pokemon? Because Manny and I said everything we had to say.
I'm sorry.
Y'all said everything. I'm cooling.
I'm just chilling until we get to the real deep talk that we got to get to.
Nah. Casual Gamer said, business-wise, sure they have the money, but if they don't need to allocate more funds in order to make more for this game to be successful, there's no reason for them to use it. Cat, and that's why. Fun fact, she said it in the chat. Kat was supposed to be on tonight because I know she's a big Pokemon fan as well, and I wanted more perspective on the sales portion of it because it was just crazy for me that this is the biggest selling Switch game in just 6 days. You sell 6 million copies. That's pretty good.
Here's the craziest part. Christmas is a month away.
Yeah, there's still more to come.
Oh my god.
And plus the Switch Lite sales.
They could sell 12 million, 14, 15 million before Christmas. And
that's the crazy part.
Imagine how much they're going to sell between now and the end of the year.
That's the crazy part.
The crazy thing.
Okay, well, Pokemon, I get why it's a thing. I just wish they would try a little harder. That's all.
You sound like every Pokemon fan that's ever lived right now.
But
people are like...
I like it. I just want it to be better.
Yo, we do got 2 donations that did happen during that discourse. Andy Ackerman with the $2 donation said, but nobody said Avidan has no game. Just saying, he's right. I'm washed. And then NX Revolution.
Wow.
NX Revolution with the $2 donation, just $2 donation. Shout out to the 30 people watching though. Thank you guys so much for your support.
30 people.
Yes,
hey,
30 people are watching. Scratch that. Wait, they should charge $80 for Pokemon, $100. What are you saying, NX?
Like the Pokemon clout is like, even if you put doing a podcast on Pokemon, people show up.
Yeah,
so it's like the Pokemon clout.
Well,
is a thing.
We're gonna go.
But don't do what I did. Don't make videos that trashes the fan base because they're not gonna like you very much.
Oh no, they come after you.
I made a review and that's it. I leave my stuff on Twitter.
I made a couple of videos calling out some of the fans.
Nah. That video I saw. Nah, man, I saw a video where this dude came out. I was like, why did this dude waste 26 minutes of his life responding? I can't do that. Like, I'm sorry.
In the comment section, you mean?
No, he made a video response, 26 to one of her videos, and I was like, all she did was voice her. I was like, you know what? I'm sorry.
Wait, my video?
Yeah, you made it was a Nintendo Switch Lite video, like during those days.
My first response video. What was it by? Was it the Race World or Ray's World?
I forgot his name.
Dude.
Yeah. But
Oh, I'm kind of like, oh, thank you.
See, look at that.
You wasted 30 minutes of your time.
She handled that like a G. But we're gonna go ahead and jump into probably the most important discussion for the night, and that is COPPA, which stands for the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act. And yeah.
Let's talk about Pokemon again.
This is a conversation that we need to have, not just as creators but as viewers as well, because YouTube, as we know it, is about to change. Now there is a way that you can still contact the FTC. You could write them letters. You could actually sign a petition.
Please don't.
Yeah, there's a
there's so many different ways that you could contact them, but as content creators, this is something that I was looking at. They're saying this is just for kids. I'm gonna tell you right now why that is a bold-faced lie. This is nothing. There's nothing to do with kids whatsoever. Because in the YouTube's terms of service, it strictly says if you are under the age of 13, please consult your parents for other and better websites to use. Literally, it says that in the terms of service of YouTube. So this whole thing of what designate a kid is anyone under the age of 13. They are strictly saying that make sure you mark your content for people that we do not want on this website. I want you guys to make sense of that.
Here's the thing. I mean, here's the thing, though. You can't be defending YouTube the whole way on this because they are definitely not.
Oh no! Oh, they're not innocent at all. It's
they put that in their terms of service
to protect themselves.
What's that?
To protect themselves. That's to protect themselves.
Yeah. No, but they can't have it both ways. The problem is they can't just say something and then not stand by it when it's convenient for them, and that's the problem. Like you got people like what's that? The toy review kid. What's that kid's name? Ryan's toy review. Yeah, and there's like 12 other of those channels, plus like the millions of kid cartoon song ones, Baby Shark. You can't tell me that YouTube thinks that all that stuff is for 13 years and older. Like clearly it's not, and that's the problem. Is they were reaping the benefits for years. And then when they get called out, they're like, well, look, in our terms of service, we say, it's like, no. Because you were allowing this the entire time. The problem is YouTube, it's very, very weird how YouTube has bowed before the FTC, paid the $170 million fine, and then just passed it off to the creators, acting like they are not a part of this anymore.
Well, I'm gonna tell you why. Yeah. Because YouTube is a privately owned company. So
yeah, but they're benefiting from all the public protection that you get from being a public company.
Yeah, they do. It's like, you know what? Because you know what? It's like, really. Now, this is not me defending YouTube, because as Leah Judea just said, YouTube is a business at the end of the day. So what do we expect? Yeah, it's like what's going on, Tether?
What's up, man?
Hello.
Hey, man.
I think you have your audio.
Oh.
Sorry. You good? What are the things that I think we got to understand when it comes to YouTube? Each and every one of us. Now, Manny, the reason why this is kind of like foreshadowing the next topic where I said we're all business people, because everyone on this panel has a YouTube channel, meaning we're all independent contractors. And in fact, with the exception of Tether and Chris Levi, because I know you guys aren't, and Rob. Well, Rob is monetized somewhere else. Rob, Chris Levi.
I'm right here.
Rob, Chris Levi, and Tether, they're not monetized on YouTube, but
anymore.
Mandy, Smash JT, and myself, we're monetized, so we're technically independent contractors. However, whether
that makes sense, I don't.
Yeah, but
I mean, it's a start.
Listen. I woke up. I woke up yesterday and I saw it. I got paid from YouTube. I'm like, oh, okay, that's nice.
Yeah.
But I'm thankful for it. But what I want to say is, one of the first points that they changed, and I feel like this is a very big deal, from 2005 to 2019, shout out to Daryl East for pointing this out, the terms of service now says you are now legally responsible for the content you put out. Those words were never there.
That's scary. That got me shook. Like, oh my God.
They can say whatever they want, but if they're a private company, then they are responsible for the content that is put on the platform. And
exactly.
That's what I'm getting at. They can say whatever they want, but when it comes to a court, the court's going to say to them, you can't say this is on your creators, but you reap the benefits of the ad revenue. This is your private company. You are responsible for anything on it.
And that's
if
it,
you don't want
TOS.
that,
exactly.
What's that?
But we all signed that TOS though. We all agreed to that TOS.
Yeah, but they could say in their TOS that they got our firstborn. It doesn't mean that's legal. They can't just say whatever they want.
Yeah.
Well, the funny part,
I can't afford a lawyer, so
listen. But you see, that's the thing.
Hold on. Chris wants to say something.
Chris, go ahead, Chris.
I'm just hearing what you are saying, and it's crazy that we're coming to this after all this year, because if you actually go look at the law, there's some people out there in YouTube and social media saying that the law is outdated. And I'm not sure because I don't know everything about COPPA, but it does seem a little bit that way. But it's going to affect all of us, whether you're monetized or not, because what they're doing for kids' content. I don't want to talk too long, but I'm going to try to say this. What they're doing to do to kids' content. If you mark yourself as kid content, you get nothing. You get no community tab, you get no comment section, you get less revenue, you get basically everything from you. The only thing you get is you have a channel, you got a video, and if you want to see a video, you got to know I have a channel, or you got to get that link and specifically send it out to somebody. If you won't get no notification, you hit a bell. Where's the notification? Oh, we're not going to give it to you because our channel's for kids. And that basically affects those kid channels. And what's going to happen is going to make YouTube have all this mature content. People are like, we got to do mature content, and it's going to be like,
I just saw an ad about that. I just saw an ad.
Wild West. And it's like, oh, so you didn't want all this stuff, but now you're getting all this mature content, and then advertisers are going to look at YouTube like, we didn't want that, but you're pushing that people that way with this COPPA and all that to do mature content, and it's going to affect all of us because this is something that I don't know a whole lot about. I'm trying to learn more about it because I'm a content creator that wants to get monetized one day, wants to grow my brand, not just on YouTube, but as a brand, because you can't just focus on YouTube. It's going to affect us everywhere because if it affects YouTube, then they're going to jump everywhere else and be like, hey, we can get you. We're going to try to get you here, because anywhere you stream could be going to kids. Twitch.
Do you guys know the correlation between COPPA and YouTube? Do you guys know? I'm not like being smart. I'm just asking like a question because it's very like clear.
I've done a little bit of research on it.
I've done a lot of research on that, but go ahead, Tether.
So essentially what Google was doing was they were illegally collecting data from children under 13, which is why they had to pay that fine.
170 million.
It was all of the personalized ads on the on like those children channels like Ryan's Toy Review and all that other stuff, which is why they're going to see those big drops in their revenue because yes, ads will be applied to it, but they're not going to be personalized ads. And I don't really know how personalized ads work. You guys know better than me because you're monetized, but
can I just real quick, because you just reminded me of something I meant to say for a while.
Yeah, go ahead.
A simple solution from YouTube, and tell me if I'm wrong here.
I think I'm going with this.
KidTube. Just separate it completely. No personalized ads, and advertisers would know that's where kids are. That's where we can put kids ads on.
I mean, they got
you don't
the
need to
YouTube
collect
Kids
data.
app,
You don't need to personalize anything. KidTube.
And I think it's going to go to that at one point. It's going to get to there. It's going to get there at some point. But right now, they're still trying to have their cake and eat it too. You know,
there's adults who like kid stuff, like games.
Well, it's not.
Kids can download KidTube if they want. Adults can download KidTube.
There's a difference between like Avidan was talking about it last week. There's a difference between family friendly and kid stuff. Like it's like the family friendly YouTubers are like kind of getting up in arms when really they shouldn't necessarily be worried because the kid stuff is literally.
You've seen how the YouTube algorithm.
I mean, no. And of course you're gonna have to go through and manually go through and do all those things because
overridden by YouTube. Sometimes the algorithm sets something and you are not.
They said that.
That's also very true as well. So I mean, there's definitely going to be a hurdle to jump, but the people who are saying this is the end of my channel. Like, let's calm it down a little bit. This is not necessarily the end of your channel. There's going to be more hoops that you have to jump through, which is going to make being creative harder.
Well,
yes.
Let me chime in because I actually had a video prepared about this, and then I had to pause the video. Like I was editing the video, and then more information came out, and I was like, okay, let me take a step back and actually I have to re-record now. But when it comes to COPPA, cappuccino. Yeah. There you go. See, there you go.
Kappa shimmy.
So, all right, cool. I had to lighten up a little bit. One of the things we have to talk about with this is you have to understand that the FTC are the ones deciding if your video is family friendly or not you. That's the part.
That is illegal. They don't have that.
But you see, we could say
that's where the problem is.
But hold up,
they are overstepping their bounds right
now.
But
watch this.
Way out of their element.
Now, Smash, watch this. I get you and I understand that, but how many people could afford a lawyer to battle that and challenge them on that illegal step?
I will say this. Here's the good news. they're going to start with the big guys to make an example of them. And those are exactly the same people that have the money to afford the lawyer.
Because a smaller guy, but you know what though? But here's the thing. I did more research. They're going to have automated systems to find. They're putting in a new algorithm and a new automated bot. The same way they can find music and stuff, they're going to find automated systems to find out if certain accounts are in fact kids or directed for kids.
I
Or
said
may
not for
contain
kids,
kids products.
They're already in place. Rich did a video about it earlier today.
Yeah, so because they're implementing those things, then
that is not COPPA. I mean, we have completely gone off the rails. If you're the FTC and you're in a meeting with them, that is not COPPA. COPPA is data collection, and now we're talking about something that has nothing at all to do with that.
Trust me.
And that's where this is. Like, that's why everyone's like, "What the hell, man?"
Trust me, but you know what? That's the problem. Language, by the way. That's why we got even with this whole thing we're going through. No, it's like it's my house.
He might have just saved your channel, man. They might have said this for kids before that happened.
You're welcome.
He just saved you $42,500, and you can't even say thank you.
First of all,
Avidan, I know they taught you to say thank you growing up, man.
Hey, you're gonna point at me, all right?
I point. What you gonna do about it? What you gonna do? You're not here. You're across the screen. Say thank you, man.
Anyway, I appreciate all y'all for coming out tonight.
We should make a pact that every time it goes off the rails, we just go back to saying that's not data collection, that's not COPPA, and just leave it at that. Every single time, that's not data collection, that's not COPPA.
But that's a mouthful.
But here's the thing.
Well, I mean, maybe that.
Just say bye, kids. We'll just say bye, kids. There we go. Bye, kids.
Here's the problem that I see with that though. They're going to start scaring people with the $42,000, or a lot of people are under the threat of that because most people, even with a settlement,
the FTC has lost their damn mind. Are you kidding
my
me?
My guy, you're still in my house. You're still in my house, my guy. You're still in my house.
He said JT came in the crib, ate Pop-Tarts, and cursed on the way out the door.
You are still in my house, my guy. Take it easy. But
I'm just saying. I feel like the FTC is completely overstepping their bounds with.
They definitely are, but they are.
And YouTube is rolling out the red carpet for them to do that, and it's like,
because here's the thing,
capitalism.
And we survived all this year.
Here's the thing. And this is what I mentioned in my video. It's like they're counting on two things. They're counting on snowball effect. You make examples out of people, and you make other people leave out of fear of falling into a Chapter 7 BK. That's their goal.
Like a dictator.
And they still make some money in the process.
Exactly. And even
this is literally, you ever, like, for everybody out there that drives, even though I don't drive, but still anybody out there that drives, you ever like heard of a speed trap? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? When they give you a ticket for going 51 in a 50 zone. Yeah. That's all this is. That's all this is right here. This is the
great analogy,
speed trap. There's the content creator speed trap, okay?
They're going to find
a small thing into having to give them money. Into having to pay that fine.
Create content.
Yeah, it don't matter.
I said not for kids.
500.
It's not for kids.
They don't care.
They don't, and that's the thing.
This is capitalism at its worst. That's what it really is. And welcome to America. like, look at our country for the past 3 or 4 years. This should not surprise you.
It does. It still surprises
it shouldn't.
Me.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this. Avidan's going to film me on this one. Avidan, as a black man, I'm not surprised. I'm just not. I'm black. I'm not. I've been seeing this. It's not a surprise at all.
Just wait for that though.
Lord.
The race card's going to come into it. The gender card's going to come into it. The age card's going to come into everything. people, because they're going to be handpicking people, and
Yep.
they got to find a way to explain why they pick one person over another, and that's going to be a legal nightmare for the FTC. Like, none of this makes any sense.
And they'll still
They're
get
in
away
YouTube
with it like
world.
Zimmerman.
Nothing
And
makes
that's why I said it last week. I'm gonna say it this week. Everybody, if you have it already, if you have a job or anything, put some money aside and
Oh my
own yourname.com. Whatever your name is, whatever your brand is, get it.com. Like literally right away. I am not joking when I say this. Protect your brand because
Facts.
YouTube does have like it needs its creators though. They can't just like
YouTube,
They,
like
you-
ads
hold on,
and
hold on.
stuff.
YouTube may not realize that.
YouTube,
And that's why I say YouTube is either going to get their stuff together or they're going to die.
hold
I
on.
mean,
Because it's very possible for YouTube to die. I think people don't
No,
realize that.
No,
It's
Rob.
possible.
We've survived this
YouTube
long.
YouTube doesn't make their money off.
Doesn't matter.
They don't make their money off.
Thank
of
you,
Vandy.
Smash.
They don't make their money
Thank you,
off.
Smash. I was about to say
They
that.
they make their money off of Jimmy Kimmel. They make
Yeah, I was
their
about to say
money
that.
off-
Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you.
They make their money
Yeah.
off.
It ain't
I was about
for
to say
kids,
that.
though.
They make their money off all these big names. Jack Black. That's where the money is, because advertisers come to the platform and say, "I want my ads before those people." They don't
'Cause-
say, "I want Smash JT." They don't give a.
I mean, there's
Listen.
ads on my
They
Listen,
don't even say they
listen,
want PewDiePie.
Listen, guys, listen. I went on trending. ESPN's on trending. Disney Music Vivo's on trending. Guardian News is on trending. KSI is on trending. Jimmy Kimmel Live is on trending. The Tonight
what's
Show, where Jimmy Fallon is on trending. These
Any of the millions of channels that are smaller, none of them.
Vogue
YouTube isn't about
is on
us no
trending.
more.
So
We
so
may have-
they're not
Like,
making our
we
money
may
off
have
us.
we may have built what the foundation of YouTube was, but they don't care about that no more.
So
They
Right.
care about the check. It's the bottom line. Capitalism
That's
at its
so
worst,
good.
like I said. And that's the reason I haven't really been uploading. Avidan's heard this talk from me for months now. This is the reason why I haven't been investing a lot of time and energy into this platform,
I
because I already know how it goes. I used to
would
rap.
move
I
to
know how this
Mixer.
goes. Yeah,
I would love. To be a fly
I
on the
invest
wall.
in Mixer. That's
I'm
why I
gonna go to
invest.
Mixer.
I would love to be a fly on the
I'm
wall
making
in
money
the
off of
boardroom
Mixer right
meetings.
now. Yeah,
Smash
like that's
them.
what I do.
Smash, what were you saying?
I say I'd love to be a fly on the wall with Susan Wojcicki or whatever you say her name, with the entire boardroom at YouTube. I'd love to be a fly on the wall to hear what their motives are and how evil
Money.
and dirty they really
I
are.
don't think they're actually
Money.
really that evil.
Money.
It's just
Well, like that.
they're thinking like a business person.
Greedy.
think-
Greedy doesn't mean evil, but they're greedy. They're not evil, but they're greedy.
Like you would be like, okay, this is like a boring conference. I mean, you know, we've been through so much, Apocalypse and the other thing. I think we could get past this.
And that was the turning point, the apocalypse. That was the turning point
Yeah,
of a lot
it's
of
actually,
stuff.
you say we got through that, but that was actually
That was
beginning
the-
of the.
Apocalypse
Yeah, it was the-
killed a lot of channels.
Yeah,
Honestly.
but if you think about
It's
it,
only been getting worse since then. It
Yeah.
hasn't been getting better.
There has
It's
been
like-
there has been no rise up since then for the
Right.
creators.
yeah,
It's only
because-
got-
Make a website.
Yeah,
Let's
because
make
since
a website.
Apocalypse, you got to
Yeah.
think about it. It's just been ramping up, bigger and bigger issues to now where YouTube's finally like, you know what? We want those ads or we want this stuff here, so we're gonna pay off our fine. Put it like this, and then they put a video out there, which I saw a video with some content lady from YouTube saying,
Oh yeah,
saying basically at the end of it, you gotta go get a lawyer.
yeah. I saw that video too.
It's like so you're just telling all your creators, no matter who they are.
You go out and you get you a Patreon, you
Wait,
make
hold
your
on,
merch.
hold on, Rob.
You if you need to make a OnlyFans, like whatever you need to do,
Hey.
because this
Hold
YouTube
Hold
thing.
on.
I'm about to make OnlyFans. Let's go, baby.
I'll make an
The
OnlyFans.
Lord
Hey,
knows.
hey,
Put it in
hey,
the chat.
hey, 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 hey,
I want to hear what he has to say.
hey.
Did you see the lawyer do the video on COPPA?
Yeah.
And he said literally in his video, he's like, the language is vague,
Confusing.
on purpose.
I
it
saw that
makes
video
no
too.
sense. And then at the end, they say consult a lawyer. He's like, I am a lawyer, and I
And
would
it's
tell them.
just confusing to him.
I would tell whoever's consulting me. I would say, I have no idea what. I can't give you advice on this.
I'm actually gonna
No lawyer, I could afford whatever.
I'm gonna actually link this video for you guys.
So YouTube is
You
like
guys-
confusing even a lawyer. Wow.
For you guys who are interested in the video that Smash GT was talking about, I put it in the chat. You guys should go ahead and check that out right away.
Great video.
Shut up, Rob.
What's so funny?
That's kind of ironic, though.
Shut up, Rob.
A lawyer
It's
on
gonna happen.
YouTube is trying to do the stuff
I
that
bet
YouTube can't do.
Yeah, man, subscribe. I'm trying to tell you.
Anyway,
Damn.
shut up, Rob. Anyway,
Tether, you feel me, dog?
anyway,
Yeah, so I'm going for 50 personally, but I feel you, son.
but anyway,
You gotta undercut the market effort.
COPPA, and the guy, there was a social media lawyer, and this guy's video scared a lot of people.
Cough drops.
Because he is a social media lawyer. He's saying that it's even confusing to him, and a lot of
It's like,
people.
I don't know.
A lot of people are saying that this is going to get worse only because of where it's going. And I, for one, like one of the ideas that I had, but because they put in the words legally liable, and if you put in any third party intellectual properties in your video in any way, shape, or form, like you're responsible for that. I had an idea that every creator should put every gaming creator rather should put an ESRB rating on their thumbnail. And I just said, well, that's fair use at that point. But now with those terms legally liable, it's like I'm even more cautious on using copyrighted music in any way,
There's
shape, or
like
form.
music, visual, colors.
I'm thinking like how this is going to affect gaming channels now, like gaming channels or news channels that use footage now, because
yeah, we talk about Pokemon. It's a kids thing.
YouTube-
Certain intros be considered like an anime.
It's like where does I think news channels will be safe under fair use in some instances, but it's like using like
I wouldn't make that assumption. Not how they've treated news channels over the past couple of years.
yeah, and it's like I'm looking.
But I said it's like it's not for kids. Shouldn't that be like okay? It's not for kids.
They don't.
It's not about
Can't
the
blame
kids.
me.
It's about data
It's not about the
collection.
kids. It's about who they could.
The FTC is using children as weapons to execute an agenda to close YouTube down so that major corporations can make a lot more money by us buying into Netflix, Disney Plus, Hulu,
Absolutely.
many others.
Isn't it so
Disney-
crazy how all this
because-
stuff started happening
Because
right after
Disney Plus,
though?
yeah, that's exactly Smash. Smash was the first person I saw point that out that all of this happened.
Watch my video on the Disney conspiracy. I think you'd find
Yeah,
it
because
very
you
interesting.
gotta
I did watch that Smash actually.
Yeah, like Smash was the first person to point that out that all this came out right at the Disney Plus. I was like, yo, hold up.
You can agree with that because for years YouTube's been giving us a free service to upload as many videos as we want to, live stream, do all this stuff for free, and now all these other services are here, and they're like, give them that money.
I mean, it's not for free. I kind of work.
Well,
it's free.
No,
It's free
no,
file
it's not-
hosting.
It's for free for the viewers. For the viewers, it's free.
Yeah.
Unless you're an
They wanna
idiot
get
like
that
me who
money
got
out of the
YouTube Premium.
viewers.
I
They
do.
don't
I
give a
can't.
I got YouTube Premium. I'm sorry.
I can't
I'm
handle
canceling
the
mine now. I'm canceling mine.
No, you need to have your YouTube playing with your phone off in sleep mode, bruh. No
I'm
ads.
not giving Google my money. They ain't did nothing to earn this money except take away the privileges of our creators. They ain't
ahead.
they ain't been on a date.
You know what? Go ahead. Speak your piece.
I ain't getting no
Camera's
lap
on you.
dance.
Hey!
What are they earning?
Hey!
What are they doing to earn my money?
Hey,
They
dog.
ain't, OnlyFans
Dog.
link.
Dog.
I'm just saying.
Dog.
I'm just
Avidan.
saying, dog. To
Avidan.
get my $12.99, I need more than you taking
Hey.
away from our creators. That's what I
Please.
need.
Family friendly. It's still my house.
Avidan.
COPPA!
Still my
I'm trying to
house.
save you.
It's
I'm trying
still
to
my
save
house.
you. That's why I'm not
It's
getting
still my
explicit. You know
house.
who I am. You see me on my streams, Avidan.
I see.
I'm not
I know.
explicit.
I know, but still.
My mixer is 18 plus. You know
Yeah,
this.
hey, stop it.
I'm not going. I'm not going like I go on my mixer. That's all I'm saying.
Stop. I know, but stop.
All right.
All right.
So
All right.
I'm
Avidan.
looking out for you.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
Feel me? I'm
Big
just
deal
saying
you.
though, man. They're
Big-
not worthy of that $12.99. That's all I'm saying. Or is it $11.99? However much.
$9.99.
Too much of my money.
It's $9.99.
$9.99. What you got? A family joint?
No, I got a regular one. $9.99.
You ain't never leave. That's why they got you grandfathered in on the $9.99. They up the prices. I don't know if you know that.
Hey, I'm
Yeah.
still good. Hold
Yeah.
up. Let me go check.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm YouTube Premium, $9.99 a month.
Yeah, you was grandfathered in. You ain't never leave. I done left them before because I don't really rock with them like that because they like taking from the creators. You feel me? I rock with the people.
I wouldn't
Okay.
skip this to
So-
start. of YouTube rolling a plan out, which is why they're agreeing with the FTC, of maybe making creators start paying to be able to upload. Like a month. No, I'm dead serious. Dead serious.
Yeah, you done.
That's when that's where y'all gonna see me. I won't even put up a YouTube video. I put up a Twitter video like,
I mean,
we're all done.
Yeah, but that's the thing. They don't have enough advertisers to cover the videos that are pumping out. So that would be a way to thin the herd and make money out of people while you're making money off the advertisements as well. It's a win-win.
I mean, I'm grateful to get monetized and stuff, but to pay them, nah. I work for my videos. I get cents.
I would do it in a heartbeat. You know why? Because I know that I would get more eyeballs because there'd be less people uploading. I'd be all about it.
Yeah,
that's kind of like mean though.
Depending on the entry fee, but I mean,
it's
you gotta think about it. No other file hosting anything is free, you know. Even like Google Drive, I store all of my when I'm writing scripts and everything in Google Drive. I pay extra money for the extra space for Google Drive.
$9.99 a month. YouTube Premium creator account. $9.99 a month, and it's still free for everyone else, but it's limited to how much you can upload. Where $9.99 a month, you can upload as much as you'd like.
That's a bad idea. That's you're talking like Susan Jawiski and YouTube.
Hey, you're onto something.
About the money.
You're onto something. That's probably what you. Mandy, are you the fly on the wall, Mandy? Were you the fly on the wall, Mandy?
No, I mean he's like the opposite direction of Susan, but it still comes to the
Mandy
same
turned into a fly.
All I'm saying is, y'all want to start
an animorph.
I just want to make sure we mark down this moment so that if it happens, we can look back and say, God. Smash says that. That's what's happening.
Episode 76. Thank you for censoring yourself. Episode 76. Mark it down. Episode 76. This happened, and this is on Mixer too. By the way,
that just sounds like.
You know what? It would have sounded bonkers a year and a half, 2 years ago to me. And every day that goes by, it seems like it's more and more realistic. All these companies are looking for ways to extort money out of the people using their services, and there's no better way to do it than that, especially when they don't have enough advertisers to fill the content that they're pumping out. And if they have less content, they can charge the advertisers more, make more money off of it, and make money off of every creator that's uploading. Unfortunately, it's genius.
But it's like, okay, you can't judge YouTube and then on the same breath say, if everyone pays, that means I got eyeballs on me, everybody dwindles out, and the whole spirit of YouTube is out the door. But
the whole spirit of
I
YouTube
make the
is
money.
Out the door 4 years ago.
Pretty
it's
much.
Already out the door.
About the spirit of YouTube right now?
I mean, you just look at the trending tab; it's already out the door.
Pretty much, like the trending,
like they were talking about earlier.
That's why it's not about. So okay. So you know what? I'm gonna guide this conversation someplace else because right now we're running like chickens with our heads cut off a little bit. my next goal for asking everyone here: what is your next move? How are you going to respond to this? Because it's one thing for us to talk about, this is messed up and everything, but it's another thing to actually cultivate a plan and saying what you're going to do. Whether that's something on another platform or whether that's creating your own product and doing something else totally outside of YouTube. What do you plan to do in response to this?
I think that's the frustration a lot of creators have right now is there's not much you can do because it's so out of your control. YouTube is owned by Google, which is a monopoly. All the videos you upload are put to the top of Google on YouTube. You go somewhere else, no one else is going to see them. So the problem creators are facing is it's Google and YouTube or the highway. You can't go somewhere else. You can't go to Facebook or Amazon and get the views or the ad revenue that you get like you do on YouTube currently. So that's the frustration. People are working really hard and they're like, okay, you just keep taking and taking and taking, and eventually there's going to be nothing left to take and there's going to be nowhere for me to go. And that's the frustration.
Well, here's the thing that my response to that. I feel like everyone should look deep into themselves and really understand what have I been bringing to the platform. And everyone, if you've been bringing just streaming, there are other platforms you can stream and that are easier, way less gateways to get monetized for. Mixer being one of them. even Twitch has a easier gate to get monetized than YouTube.
I'm making Mixer money, yeah.
So there's
I'll
monetized
probably
already.
move to streaming
We
platforms.
about to make that move soon.
So if you're a gamer and you're talking about what's your next move, a solution is if you're just a streamer, you could go other place else. Another solution is you could do what OJ does. You can live stream your content. You don't always have to make a dedicated video, but you can live stream your content on a different platform. That you don't have to do just YouTube.
You can literally make a video, and if you have your people that support you on YouTube move over to you there, you can literally live premiere your video on your stream on Twitch or Mixer.
Exactly. And the next thing,
people.
And then sit and have a Q&A with your
I just
supporters
got
afterwards.
monetized.
See what they think about
There's
it.
people that live stream and then they'll chop up that live stream and days later make a YouTube video.
but Mandy, here's
Yep.
the thing. You look at that, you just got monetized, right? Let's just say 10% of your audience dedicated and followed you over on Twitch or Mixer, and they support you right away. It's much faster to get supported as a smaller creator there. Like, you can make more and a smaller creator on these smaller platforms because it's not as oversaturated as YouTube.
I think I know what to do.
And then
Sometimes you just got to make that move. Like, I'm monetized on Twitch, and I'm about to leave Twitch.
Yep. I was
You know?
monetized on Twitch, and I left Twitch and moved to Mixer, and now I'm monetized on Mixer.
there's two.
I was monetized on YouTube until Logan Paul did that stupid stuff in Japan.
Oh man.
Chips and Stick says, what this says to me is that a lot of YouTubers aren't true entrepreneurs. If one avenue gets shut down, it shouldn't mean your livelihood. Y'all should already have a backup plan ahead of time. Exactly. And that's where I'm getting at with this. Leah,
You gotta be a hustler.
like Leah Judea says, wait, doesn't all that affect other platforms too outside of YouTube? Not necessarily. COPPA is really only against the YouTube because YouTube has the terms of service that change, and that's more so of a legal liability towards us. Other platforms and other websites and your own websites, they don't really have that. Your own website, of course, you are legally liable for your own products, but Twitch and Mixer, if you are a gaming live streamer...
Let's be real.
And they have their own applying TOSs to them.
Well, let's be real. The only reason YouTube's in trouble with the FTC is because they're the big game in town with all the money.
Pretty much.
If it was Twitch, if it was Mixer, then the FTC would be over there and shaking them down. That's what's going on right now. It has nothing to do with. It has nothing to
Also,
do with
if Twitch and Mixer had as much content that endangered children as YouTube does, because there's a lot of
that's
creeps on YouTube.
the thing.
Yeah,
That's the creeps on YouTube, and it's the data collection.
COPPA can be applied. I want to be clear because Chips and Leah are on the same page with this, and I agree with them. Like, COPPA is government law, which can be applied to literally anybody. It can be applied, but as of right now, if you're worried about building and you don't have like your own platform to build, use another platform to build in the meantime. Yeah. And in the meantime, have a game plan to build your own platform. And that's where Chips was saying. It's like literally build something to have your own type of livelihood, which is why I said earlier, which I can't mention yet to you guys, I'm in that process. That's why you don't see me working so hard on YouTube as much as I used to, is because I realize I said this. How many Rob? How many times have I said this right here is rented space?
Always.
This is rented space. Like this, everything that you guys are seeing right here. This is rented space. This I don't own this. I don't own anything here at YouTube. Nothing. I don't own this.
But I put so much work in my channel. Like, everyone's talking like it's easy. Abandoned ship.
Well, it's not about it being. It's about if they're cutting off a way for you to grow and make money. You got to look at other avenues.
That.
So,
this is not even my channel.
That, but everyone's
so
just
Mandy,
like...
here's like a tip, because I have a guy. He's big into Facebook video, and he's doing really well with Facebook video. And what he does is he takes his YouTube videos, his evergreen content, which can be viewed all the time, and he just repurposes that into Facebook video, and then builds up over there. He's starting to get some money off of ad revenue and everything over there, and he's not really changing anything. He's not going out of his way to do any extra work. He's just repurposing the work that he's already done.
It's just depressing. Like,
I
built all this. Like I started from zero.
And
everybody's like, okay, abandon ship, next one, start from zero.
Yeah, I hear that.
Well, Well, Mandy, I'll say this because I know it's like stressful, like all this happened with YouTube. Then maybe I would say take some time. Like maybe you may not have to leave YouTube. You know, I would say.
I mean, yeah, I have like Mixer, Twitch. I could easily stream there, but it's still like I work so hard on my channel, and
you have
it could be like this, which it could.
But you know what? though, I would
not
say
like,
I would say
I don't
use
like
that.
make a living off of it, but it's still.
I would say use that. I would say use that as like kind of encouragement though. Like I know use that as encouragement that can happen with anything. Like I hate to put it. I'm not trying to sound grim. That's with anything. That's with life. That's with jobs.
I know that. But it's like everyone's like, oh, doom and gloom, and I'm like, it hurts. Like I can't just work on something on the side because I put effort on my channel. My channel isn't what I make a living off of. I have a job. It's just that I don't like the idea of just suddenly like.
Well, I would say that
I would go to Mixer or Twitch because I'm so used to my people on YouTube and the way it's set up in my channel.
Well, you can still have your.
But what happens if you wake up tomorrow and YouTube got rid of that channel anyway?
And it is what it is, but I don't like here speculating and starting to like. I don't know.
It's not about being doom and gloom. It's just about making sure that you're prepared. That's all it is.
Yeah.
It's not about just making sure you're prepared.
I can make an account on Twitch or Mixer in like a second. I actually do have accounts for both, but it's still depressing.
I would say because Chips and shout out to Jordan in the chat. What's going on, Jordan? I would say Jordan said, "I ain't worried. I'm just chilling." Jordan, we didn't get to have a conversation about this yesterday, which we're all in the same boat. But Chips is basically saying the same point I've been trying to say: have a backup plan, and really, it's always have a plan B. Always save up. Always, understand that if you're on someone else's property or someone else's platform, that this could be gone tomorrow, and that's why I have
absolutely no loyalty to any platform. Period. Because at the end of the day, if they decide to do something that affects my channel, they're not going to have any loyalty to me. All they're focused on is the bottom line.
To YouTube, I mostly have loyalty to my own channel. Though.
Yeah,
you have loyalty to what? It cut out for a second.
I have loyalty to the channel that I built.
Right, it's your creation.
Not really YouTube.
Yeah, but you can create anywhere. That's all we're saying. We're not saying throw away your channel. We're saying make sure you have backup plans to land on in case YouTube screws you over.
I know. I have to go to bed depressed, man.
Yo, listen.
I dig it.
Susie, I can't pronounce your name, but I'm sorry. I read that in a wrestler's voice. COPPA is coming for you. I read that in a wrestling voice.
Coming for you, brother.
That's what I read that as. I'm sorry.
Hulk Hogan, I'm coming for you.
But
where's Nick? We need Nick for that.
That's Nick?
Nick's favorite quote.
Where is Nick? Nick Tender, where are you? But
Hulk Hogan, I'm coming for you.
Let's see. Leah says, see yourself as a business and perhaps start with a newsletter emails. Yo, email listing. Email listing. That's the move. Yeah. That is the move.
That's a great way to build an audience.
That would be like Instagram, not email listing.
Email. No, listen, because email listing, you could better track and capture that audience, and your audience is yours at that point. When you have an email list
from there, though,
because
it goes into like the whole like notification bell thing. Like YouTube doesn't notify everyone of every single upload.
I do on Twitter. I'm like, yo.
Exactly, but your Twitter is almost like an email list. You get what I'm saying? Except with your email list, it's going directly to someone's inbox. You don't have to tag them. It's going to be there. Yes, of course.
Guys, I'm gonna DM you guys when I'm gonna DM all of you when a video drops.
Hey. Seriously, no, hold on. What Manny just said,
it might come to that one day.
What Manny just said right there, though, I'm not gonna lie, that's aggressive marketing. That's actually very effective. If you go ahead and DM your actual followers, that is actually aggressive marketing. That is hustling, and that people remember that because you personally reached out to them. Like, it's
you just gotta change the name and Boom, boom,
if
boom,
someone,
boom,
if you personally reach out to people, people take note of that. And when you, the purpose with email listing, you could get creative. Let's just say you are on a different platform and everything, and let's just say you being a part of this email, you're automatically in the run for my next giveaway. Like you get like 2 extra votes or 2 extra raffles in my next giveaway. Let's say I'm giving away Nintendo Switch Lite or whatever you want to give away. You
got money.
Listen.
I mean,
it's an example.
Yeah.
you could do that on Twitter. That's where I do most of my stuff, like talking to people.
But I wanted to
But
say
Twitter-
something
Sending
about the
stuff.
email thing.
But here's the thing, Mandy. I know you can do it on Twitter, but the same thing we're saying about YouTube can happen to Twitter, and that's why I was saying
Don't
with
tell me
having.
that.
That's why I said having an email list. That's why I said having an.
I'm gonna send a letter to everybody. Hey guys, I don't know if you know, but I dropped a. Put it in
Well,
the mail.
it's almost like those.
Honestly,
does
I mean, that's
anyone
what
read those
Patreon is good for.
Nintendo newsletters?
Huh?
You know what I'm saying? Does anyone read those Nintendo newsletters that come to email? Like
Actually,
I read them every.
they
I read
send
them
actually-
every month.
newsletters?
Actually, I do, and I got some free stuff because of that.
Exactly. Yeah, I read them every single month.
I
It
got
tells
some,
you.
I got some free stuff because of that. So yeah, I do.
I'm about to go search my email because somebody said free. So. One
Well, yeah,
second.
they do free stuff. It tells you like what your like most played game of the month is and everything like that. Just like little weird things, but it's something that personally I look forward to every single month because
Yeah.
I'm gonna get a
free
pigeon
things,
carrier.
and
You had me at free, Tether. That's all you had to say to me. That's all you had to say.
My
I would be
dude,
like-
Rob, listen, Rob is when you say free, my dude is like, yo, let's go. What's happening? Where the party at?
That's all you ever got to tell me is free. Matter of fact, anybody in here who ever has to promote to anybody or sell anything, just tell them free. There you go. I'm going to check the emails right now. Marketing 101. There you go.
I just want to say something on an email thing is that Smash JT, he has a .com page, and I don't know if I still have my thing because I haven't been on there in a second, but I remember whenever I signed in there and got my thing, it would give me emails of when stuff was happening on there, and I remember reading a couple of them, seeing what some other fellow creators were doing, and that was really cool.
I wish that community, I wish I kept that up, because when I first started it, it was really hopping, but it's just challenging because you need it to be user driven, because it turned into just me doing all the driving, and then it got exhausting. And then
I would say probably have a different type of model build where it's more so like it's driven by you mostly than it could be user driven, and it evolves.
That's what it's boiled down to. Now when I got a news article, I write it up and put it there. And if people want to comment on it, they can. But I used to have like all the forums open and everything. And it was just like,
I remember there used to be a bunch of stuff on there. I remember a bunch of fellow creators that we all talked to daily used to be on there a lot.
Yeah, and I think the problem with it is there are too many places for people to go to be able to communicate, like Twitter, Discord, personal website.
There is like
Facebook
YouTube
Messenger.
your
comments, Facebook,
phone, like
Facebook pages. Like these are just off the top of my head. Instagram, like there's so many places.
Facebook pages is so powerful if you know how to use it. I don't know how to
That's
use
what I gotta
it.
work on.
It's also
I
broken
know.
as
I don't know.
but-
Yeah, super broken, but once I can learn how to use it,
It is.
I'm gonna take advantage. I got 2,100 likes over there. I just got to learn how to really get consistent with that thing and have it work the way I want it to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got
Be on
likes over on
Facebook.
Facebook pages too.
Facebook has gaming too, Mandy. Facebook has a Facebook
Yep.
gaming.
Matter of
monetized.
fact,
Matter
of fact,
Instagram,
Invisibility on
Twitter.
Facebook gaming is insane.
I'm gonna tell you something. Out of all the platforms I've streamed on YouTube, Twitch, Mixer, Caffeine, Facebook Gaming, and Live.
Caffeine?
I've used them all. Yeah, I've used them all. And
LinkedIn.
I would say I got the most views per stream easily on Facebook Gaming.
Mm-hmm.
Like every single stream, I was averaging 2,500 views a stream.
I believe
Wow.
Like Facebook Gaming's algorithm, the way they push people to your streams for people that want to watch gaming, they get them right to you. It was all like I had people watching in the US, in Australia, in South Africa. I had people watching in India. Like Facebook knows how to push people to your stream and have them watch you. So especially if you're playing like a big game, like when I was playing it, it was when Red Dead Redemption 2 just came out. I was streaming over there, and I was just picking up new people, following the page, chatting in the chat. Like Yeah, like Facebook gaming, I would have stuck with Facebook gaming if like starting a stream just wasn't so clunky. That's the only thing that kept me from being like, I want to stream on here every day. But even there, getting monetized on Facebook gaming is super easy. Like, there's options out here to
other than YouTube.
create
It's
your
like
content
you gotta
and make your money.
The biggest thing we gotta see is like, even though YouTube is the biggest dog, it doesn't mean that it's the best place to make your revenue.
Yeah, and another thing that I wanted to reference is like earlier somebody said COPPA is like a law.
It's government law.
When they said they're going to attack YouTube and they're going to go for the big fish first, well, you got to think about all these other platforms out there. The big fish is YouTube, and they're going for YouTube first, and then they're going to think, well, will these other platforms fall in line?
And that's why. But here's the thing. Here's the thing about that. YouTube is a video streaming. The other platforms like Twitch and Mixer, those especially Mixer, because Mixer, you literally set your audience literally for kids, family friendly, teen or 18 plus. Like, you literally could set your stream and you could get monetized for each one. YouTube dropped the ball to the fact that you cannot monetize your videos if you make them 18 or above. That was going to be one of my suggestions, to say, hey, make your videos all 18 or above, but you can't even monetize that content when you do that
without having a manual review.
And that's asinine to me that you can't do that. Like, that's crazy. So YouTube is not easy.
If you're dead set on wanting to upload videos and make money, get affiliated on Twitch and then premiere your videos using Twitch, because Twitch has an upload video and premiere option as well. And they can always go back and watch those videos again and again. It saves onto your profile. So that's an option as well. There's multiple options on different platforms.
There's multiple options. Even LinkedIn is an option for exposure. And
I'm not posting my Beanie Siegel video. I just want you to know that. I don't want any job that hires me to compare Beanie Siegel and Pac-Man. That's not happening.
Listen. I feel you. I see. Judea says, see this adversity as a new creative challenge to think more business minded. I agree. It's like, that's what this has done for me. Even before this, I was thinking more business minded with YouTube. Rob knows, Chris knows. Smash Ben knows I've been on this page for a while.
You told me one time, don't just look at yourself as a YouTuber, look at yourself more as a brand.
I said brand and as a content creator.
That's literally what you are. Every time. You are a brand, because if this ship ever goes down, if you made yourself a brand, you can always
when the ship goes down.
Honestly, win, because it's not going to last forever. That's the one thing you got to realize, especially when you're using a platform that you didn't create. It's never going to last forever. The only thing that lasts forever is your brand, and you have control over that. Yeah. So make sure you make yourself the brand. That I was saying this to Avidan before Avidan was on this. Make yourself the brand.
Yeah, I've been saying that.
But I need time.
I've been saying that. You know, that's my line.
I need time. I can't make
time.
Don't
stress on it.
But Rob, it's like, because I think, and the thing is, Rob and I both have experience in the music industry, and it's like.
That's what taught me this outlook.
Exactly. Because I done been screwed over by a record label before.
I know what that's like. Mm-hmm. I know what it's like when you want to put your album out and they're telling you can't because they want the content this way, and you got to argue with them. You want this producer to make a beat for you on the album. They're like, well, that producer's not signed to us, so you can't do a song with them.
Yep.
I know what that's like. Like, honestly, that's why I made sure I said, if I ever go ahead and make music again, I'm never signing to a label. Or it has to be a situation where I have the control. I have to have complete creative control. I need to make sure I get my percentages off of, the album sales, off of the shows I do, off of my merch, all these things. Like, and it goes the same thing with this as far as creating content on platforms like YouTube, Twitch, and Mixer and things of that nature. You have to make sure that you look at everything with you as a brand and not just me as a creator on this platform. Because at the end of the day, you are running a business, whether you realize it or not. By creating that content, you are now officially an entrepreneur. Mm-hmm. You're creating an avenue for you to make money. And if they take that away from you, that avenue is gone. So you need to find ways to make sure that your supporters are rocking with you based on you and not based on the platform.
And that's
by specifically, that's just me telling Business 101 right there.
And
You
no-
are the brand. YouTube is not the brand. Mixer is not the brand.
And that's
Twitch is
what-
not the brand.
and that's the same
Rob Riggle is
advice.
the brand. Avidan Smith is the brand. Smash JT is the brand. Chris Levi 13 is the brand. Mandy Lee Plays is the brand. Tether Gaming is the brand. Make sure y'all hold that to y'all hearts strong and rock with
My dude
that.
is you
are the power.
I hear preaching.
Nah, because realize that you hold more power than you realize. Like you,
100% though.
They're really trying to make it seem like they have all the power. They don't. If they
Once
go
you
out here
bounce-
and they get rid of, if they get
Once-
rid of all the creators like us, and they just go ahead and run with what they're making money
They're
with
gonna
at the
fail.
moment, and then directly compete with Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus, they're going to get kicked in their no parts. That's what happened. Period. You can't compete with them on that level. It's not possible. They don't have the advertising power for it yet.
They
They
don't.
don't. Not to go strictly off the strength like that. They don't. That's why I said earlier they're either going to get their act together and treat us the right way, or they're going to go ahead and try to compete with them and they're going to die. Like, that's the facts. That's just business. And that's the reason they keep riding the line. Oh, we're going to take this little bit away, but we're going to make them feel like they can still prosper on this platform. Because if they take it all the way out and have to go strictly with that, it's a wrap for them, and they know it. But they know they can't just go that way. They have to wait till they get to a certain point by having us still here. And that's why I don't give them anything. People always ask me, when am I going to make another YouTube video? I say when I feel like it. Okay? That's when I'm going to do it. When I feel like it.
encouraged
For
to
now,
cancel this preview. I feel
like
encouraged
big
to cancel this
facts.
preview.
I'm canceling. That's why I'm canceling my joint. Why do you need? I can give this to my daughter for Christmas, young. Why do you need my money for this? So I don't gotta look at ads. I can do with ads. Skip ad button. It's done. I'm
Big
good.
facts,
What? I want to
big
watch a
image.
music video and listen to it. Please, I have Apple Music. I'm good. I don't need that. Okay. Listen, anything YouTube is saying they can provide over anybody else right now, they can't, except for content creator made content. That's it. That's the only thing. I can't go nowhere else right now and get some Corey Kenshin videos. I can't go nowhere else and get some Berlizzi videos. I can't do that. That's their power. But if they stop providing to the creators and they go somewhere else, I can just go over there and get that from them. That's it.
Rob,
Simple as that. We hold the power.
Yo, Rob, somehow, some way, I may have to make a clip for this because you dropped a whole bunch of gems just now.
It wouldn't be the first time Avidan check the Twitter. I didn't drop some gems. But yeah,
Bruh.
I don't mind preaching because I want to see us all win. I don't care if I look like I'm preaching or whatever. So be it. At least you got the truth.
100%.
At the end of the day, if we win, we win.
And
YouTube don't hold the power, young. We
They
hold
don't.
it.
They
You
don't.
need to know that. That needs to be known. You don't need to feel nervous about them. You are the brand. You hold the power, and you can make it work wherever you go.
I'm just glad that you finally put it out there because it's like I've been saying it in our circle for the longest time and everything. I've been telling your player too for the longest time, like, yo, put yourself in front of your content. Like, don't put your content in front of you. It's like what's the worst mistake a lot of people do. It's like people say that I'm a gaming YouTuber channel. No, say I'm a content creator that makes gaming content.
Exactly.
Like, put yourself in the front.
I used to just upload my videos and just say, okay, I'll see what it does. But every video I do now, I actually store every video, every part of that video on a hard drive in case something happens and I need to reuse it.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, I'm gonna keep it a bean. Mixer. When I stream on Mixer, they keep a VOD, right? Let's just say though, the VOD doesn't get saved for whatever reason. Mixer's having issues that day. No, when I'm streaming, I'm also recording it to my external hard drive simultaneously. Every single stream I ever made.
Every stream is saved right now. Like, this is for being
on there.
recorded.
I got a 5 terabyte external hard drive. I save every stream I ever do because if I want access to that, or if I can use something for my streams to make some money off of it later, wherever it may be, however it may be done, I have access to that. That's my content now. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to monopolize on yourself. That's what I say, man. Like, and that's the whole point of making sure you're the brand. I tell you all the time, when it comes to streaming, I started on YouTube. Didn't really like how YouTube handled the bitrate and stuff, right? Went to Twitch as far as streaming. I went to Twitch, got a little bit of I became affiliated. I had about 240 followers, but I wasn't happy with Twitch and its subculture because it's very
racist.
Racist.
We'll call what it is. It's racist. Very racist over there.
Racist on Twitch, right?
Very racist over there.
So I left and I went on Mixer. Now, when I went to Mixer, this is before Ninja. This is before Shroud. This is before King Gothaline. Everybody went there. I left for Mixer in April 2019, right? Everybody that I knew from Twitch, forget all of them. All these people I'm about to mention. I'm not going to say their names, but forget them because they said if you leave Twitch and go to Mixer, you're never going to grow as fast as you would on Twitch. I was on Twitch for a year, 240 followers. I've been on Mixer for 7 months. I'm at 639 followers. I'm averaging around 100 followers a month plus. Mm-hmm. Listen here, it doesn't matter what platform you go to. You are the brand. Mm-hmm. The people who rock with you are going to go with you to that new place, and you're going to pick up more.
And the thing about it, to careful what Rob is saying, it's like you can't have the mentality of my followers or people aren't following, because I've seen that happen to a lot of people. People are literally mad or upset at the fact that some people from their older platforms aren't following them over. And the thing about it is, that's just a reflection of the fact that these people are more loyal to the platform than they are to you. And in every attempt, what you need to do, focus on the people that did come over with you and make sure you give them the best content ever. Make sure that you are growing. Exactly.
Get some new ones. You don't lose no sleep over fake supporters.
Ever. Exactly. 100%.
Ever.
100%.
And you have hard times, and you've got to sit there because of YouTube's doing this, or because of Mixer or Twitch, wherever you're going. If you got a good enough brand and you've got good enough supporters, they will follow you. It's like people that probably saw Rob rapping back in the day. They probably supported him so much that there's some of them that are still watching, like the post he put the other day.
All the time.
Holla DC. He know him from back in the day. And from a picture they took. And that dude and him still know each other, still rocking, and they're both making it, doing good things on
streaming on Mixer. Mixer got Holla got about 3,500 followers on Mixer now.
Yeah.
We started off as photographers and rappers in this area. Just here in the DC area and beyond, really, because we both done did things bigger than DC and everything. But you know what I'm saying? Like, things can grow from multiple ways. I have over 6,500 followers on Twitter. Part of that's from music, part of that's from gaming. It just is what it is. Like, there's multiple ways to use your brand the way you want to use it. It doesn't have to fit in the pigeonhole that society has told us as content creators. You don't have to do it just this way or just this way. There's a million ways to market yourself, a million ways to sell yourself, a million ways to make your image be what you want it to be, because there's so many tools out here. There's a bunch of streamers right now going out and going on that site that Avidan keeps trying to censor, and it's like, I'm not mad at them for doing that. If that's how you feel like you can flip your image into something that you're comfortable with, do that and get the bag, because you're the brand and you want to make that part of your brand. Do that. There's Twitch partners who are the nicest. I know that I'm not going to say her name. Super nice girl, very supportive of all the streamers around here. She also happens to have one of those type of sites that Avidan's trying to censor in here right now. And guess what? She's getting her Twitch bag and she's getting her redacted site bag. And guess what? I'm happy for her, because she took her brand and worked it in a way that works for her.
Well,
the site that is only for your supporters.
Anyway, let's move. Because I see Suzima saying something in the chat. He was making a few points saying Mixer gets diluted by the YouTube culling. Then he said provide me content or leave, simple as. And he said Mixer will grow, but you are a fish in an increasingly large pond. Being the bigger fish is a shrinking pond in a position of power. And here's the thing: when it comes to here might go again. When it comes to that, Suzima, the funny part is, hey, you guys, Jordan, Evan, Rob,
I'm about to drop some real on that one, but I'm gonna let you go first.
Yeah,
rubbing my hands and getting ready for this one.
I want you guys to chill out in the chat a little bit. You guys are mods, but the wrenches can go. The wrenches can you can get de-wrenched. That's warning number one. So anyway, being the bigger fish in the pond. Now, I'm gonna respond to what he's saying right here. Yeah, I see where you're going with this, but it doesn't take away from the point of being the brand. It doesn't take away from the point of putting yourself in front of the content, because the point is you build yourself up to the point where you can build your own platform. Right now, many of us are starting from absolute zero. When we say zero, we don't mean just 0 followers. We mean that, we got to do this and a day job. And I think people don't understand how hard it is to make content and work a day job and to balance your personal life on top of that. Yep. So to do all three at the same time, you do what we call counterbalancing. That something has to take more presence at a time, and then you gotta balance it up with something else to make it act like you do have a balanced life. But counterbalancing is very hard. Look it up if you don't know what it means. But I'm not coming at you when I'm saying that. I'm really just saying it's like, don't make it seem like, it's just YouTube is the biggest fish. So, everything else when it gets bigger is going to be just like YouTube. In that time, in that 2, 3, 4 years time that it may take to get there, you may have built a platform for yourself that you can create for yourself. I've seen many people. I've seen one YouTuber, which I will not name. This YouTuber literally built his YouTube platform and then literally made his own platform. And what he was making in ad revenue in a month, he was making more in a week.
Yep. It happens all the time. A lot of them ASMR, a lot of them bangers, a lot of those makeup people, they don't just rely strictly on YouTube. They use YouTube to build their platform, then they go off and make another platform of their own to go ahead and keep that money coming in. Because now their supporters can support them directly. You know what I'm saying? That's the smart way to do it. That's the smart way to do it. Now, as far as the whole bigger and smaller pond reference, I'm never going to care about who else is in the pond with me. That's always been my outlook.
You get eaten.
Forget getting eaten. I'm getting my money. Like, I don't care what they're doing over there. Like, people ask me how I felt about Ninja coming to Mixer. I don't care. How do I feel about Shroud? I don't care. Shroud supporters are going to support him. Ninja supporters are going to support him. Some of them may even come over and support me. Who knows?
And but Rob supporters will support Rob.
They're going to support me.
Exactly.
And then some of my supporters are going to go over and support Avidan. We've done this.
Yo, hold up. You know what?
Go follow Avidan. It happened.
Because you know what? I may cut you off, Rob, because this actually goes into something that a lot of people were using. Because that statement is reminiscent. Staying here is a powerful position because a lot of competition and creators will be eaten. Yes, that may be true, but at the same time, when you have a code of ethics that shows that you'll dog out different creators, why wait to be your next?
Right.
Type of thing.
I'm not gonna stand. I'm not gonna like. It's like the when you see like that box of crabs that's still alive and they in the kitchen and they watching the crabs get dropped into the pot. If I'm that crab, I'm finding a way out that box the quickest way I can before they drop me in the pot. Exactly. That's just me personally. Now, right now, being on a platform like a Mixer or the Twitch isn't really that pot yet. Right now, it's just that's why YouTube's logo is red because it's that boiling hot pot at the moment. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you gotta kind of like do what you feel is best to make sure you survive as a brand outside of it. But back to what I was saying before, man, what anybody else does on any of these platforms affects me none. My decisions will be based on what's best for me, what's best for my future plans, what's best for my current situation, and what's best for my brand. Simple as that. Don't worry about the pond. I mean, a lot of the people, and you're going to notice this, if you look at these creators, a lot of these creators who worry about competing with others in the pond really ain't doing as much as they think they are. So
pretty much.
Get away from that mentality. Immediately get away from that mentality because all you're going to do is end up watching everybody else instead of focusing on what you're supposed to be doing.
Pretty much.
And I mean, that's just life. We're all in a pond. Whatever respective job field we're in. Like, I do restaurant management. It's a pond. You know what I'm saying? It's cutthroat.
I know that industry.
There's people out there that want my position, that want salary every single day, and I gotta worry about myself.
Tether, I just tweeted about that this morning, didn't I? It's
I don't think I saw it.
I think you like it's like basically no matter where you are in life. I said if you are afraid of competition, you're afraid of life. Because no matter what, someone's coming for your position or you're gunning for somebody else's. And
any of y'all ever ran track?
Avidan.
I did.
I gotta
ran track
out, man.
All right, Smash. Take it easy, bro.
JT.
Hey, it's been fun. Thank you guys so much for having me.
Thank you for coming on, man.
Definitely.
Avidan, you said you ran track, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, see you, Smash.
So what's the first rule when you running in a marathon?
What's the first rule? Oh, I did the stretches. I didn't do the.
You did stretches. Okay, so I was a sprinter. You know what the first rule they always say?
Yeah, I did 100 and 200. That's
okay. So that was a sprint. Okay, so if you was running 100, what'd your coach tell you never to do while you was running that 100?
Our coach always said, Keep your eyes straight and don't look left.
Exactly. Don't look left or right.
Don't look right.
Don't look left or right, because the moment you go over there, they're gonna pass you.
Don't
You
look
stay
left.
focused on your goal.
You stay
Exactly. Focused on the finish line. If you're watching everybody else, you only.
And guess what? And guess what you do though? If you do look left, you actually tend to move over closer towards that side, and you looking over because your attention is drifted over there.
Exactly.
So
that's the whole point. Like, don't worry about what everybody else doing around you, what their status is, what the size of the pond is, how many people are in that pond. Focus on your goal. Period. Worry about your check. Worry about your content. Worry about your supporters. That's where you're gonna go ahead and you're gonna prosper at. Period. There's people out here. My man Ghost. My man, the Ghostly K over on Mixer. Maybe about 2,000 followers. Just cracked 2,000 followers last week. He's not a super big guy on Mixer at all. Because, there's people like Quanticus who got over 50,000 followers and stuff like that. But he was there at DreamHack as a featured VIP streamer because he knew how to contact them and make sure he got in that position. And he has supporters that's going to rock with him. The numbers, the size of the pond don't matter. All that matters is how you handle your content and how you push yourself to these people that can put you in these positions.
100%.
Does not matter. Does not matter the size. I got 6,500 followers on Twitter. That's not a lot of people. But when I was rapping, I was on Sway in the Morning. I'm not the biggest rapper out the DC area at all. That'd be the homie Wale or Logic or any of those people. But I end up on Sway in the Morning because I know how to get myself networked into these positions.
Exactly.
Period. Stop worrying about who else is in your pond. Stop worrying about the competition. Focus on you. Get with the people you need to talk to, and it's gonna work. Period. That's my message to everybody, because I think a lot of BS is what's pitched to content creators about what they need to do to succeed, and a lot of it is lies, because a lot of these bigger actually don't want to see the smaller content creators come up.
That's pretty much what it is.
That's the harsh truth if we're gonna keep it a bean, and that's why I don't rock with a lot of people like that on YouTube for real, because I can see the fake immediately. I've seen them all my life. I'm from the hood. I'm not from the rap hood. What Jay-Z said, I'm not from the rap. I'm from the hood. So you can spot these things.
Pretty much.
So with that being the case, you make sure you focus on your goals. Make sure you figure out what's going to work best for you. What's going to feed your family. Okay? That's what you focus on, y'all. Stop focusing on the BS, the competition, the fake YouTube beefs and all that. Nah. Focus on that bag, yeah. That's what you focus on. Yeah.
100%. But I kept you guys here way too long.
Yes, it's been a minute.
I have a lot to think about.
Mandy, it's take it as an encouragement,
It is. Thank you, Rob.
And honestly, man, we're not just a bunch of people on the podcast or whatever, young. If you ever need advice from me, let us.
Let us know. Like you follow us. Like we're here to help, all of us.
Because we've already made these different moves into these directions, we can give advice. No, I don't think any of us are going to sit here and tell you what to do. But we can just let you know the things to look out for, things that can help guide your decision if you need any help. You feel me? So, we here.
Thank you for that.
Yeah.
No problem.
So, with that, we're going to go ahead and get into outros. Thank you guys for sticking around as long as you guys did. Rob, thank you for going on and sharing your knowledge, and experiences.
Listen, man, if I don't share what I know, what good am I doing in the game?
100%. 100%. Yeah, and Leah Judy's been saying it for a while. Like, develop a business plan. Like, everyone, develop a business plan. I have one written up myself. It's about a 7-year business plan, and one that you could literally rewrite, edit, and have to alter. If you say, okay, you know what, I'm going now in this direction. Like, revisit it, look at it.
I was gonna say if you can, definitely write it out physically.
Yeah,
you got like a dry erase board or something. Write it on there.
Dry erase board is right here.
Look at it.
The dry erase board right here, and I also have like a physically written out. So it's like, and then you got to have stretch goals to go along with that. That's like literally along with that. And I would say even shout out to Judea, because that's one of the people that actually encouraged me to go ahead and do that, do the business plan. Yeah, you got your credit. And so that's what I go ahead and tell people about. But I am going to not ramble. I'm gonna go ahead and go into outros and everything and get y'all out of here. So starting with Rob, where can they find you, homie?
Man, if y'all want to find me, you already know where to go. Mixer.com/Rob Regal. Right now, we at 639 followers. The next goal is 700. We average about 100 new followers a month. We're trying to get to the next big goal, which is 1,000 followers. So make sure y'all come kick it with me over there, man. We do a lot of streaming. We play some Apex Legends. We play some Madden 20, some NBA 2K20. We play the Outer Worlds. We play Final Fantasy 8. We finished Detroit Become Human. Like, I'm really a variety streamer. You like variety, come kick it. If you like retro, come kick it. I do Super Nintendo and NES games sometimes too. It is what it is. Other than that, follow me on Twitter at Rob Regal GXC. Same for Instagram, same for Facebook. As I say at the end of all these, man, make sure you underdig on them overlaying on the underlay. Y'all be easy, not sleazy. Chill Squad, yeah that. DMV gone.
All right, Chris Levi.
So y'all can find me all across social media at Chris Levi 13. I do a lot of live streams on my YouTube channel. I'm trying to get back to live streaming on Mixer, but my internet's not wanting to do that. I don't know why. So I'm gonna get somebody to look at my computer and all that within the coming weeks. But yeah, I do a lot of live streams. I do videos. I have my own little podcast where I talk with fellow creators, but also I sometimes do it solo where I just kind of talk about some gaming news stuff in wrestling and just kind of get my opinions on what I like in entertainment out there for the world. So if you think that'd be something down your alley, check me out on YouTube or Mixer, because I love live streaming for you. I love the interaction with people. It's when people come in the chat, no matter for me or other people, I love seeing it, whether I'm watching a creator and I see people come in or I'm being the one being the creator and I see people. It's always awesome to see new faces and even see the people that have been there since day one, A1 being in there. So yeah, if you like live streams, you like seeing a guy that likes putting a smile on people's faces, come check me out across social media.
Cool. Mandy Lee, where can they find you?
You can find me on Twitter at Mandy Lee Plays and on YouTube, Mandy Lee Plays. I do Nintendo content. I know that's weird because I've been bashing Nintendo, but yes, I am a Nintendo fangirl, so I do Nintendo content.
You're just passionate about it. We understand.
Yeah.
All right. Honest.
Everyone,
more honesty.
And by the way, everyone, Tether. Before I go into that, Tether, where can they find you, man?
You guys can find me on YouTube at Tether Gaming, and now you can find me on Mixer also at Tether Gaming. We're going to start up streaming there next week. I'm running a poll on my Twitter right now. Skyward Sword is winning, so I guess that's probably what I'm going to be streaming.
Who are these people?
Yes, starting next week. Yeah, I mean, there was some good games.
They're very smart people. They're very smart people.
It was stacked up against Mass Effect and some other stuff.
Not going to knock your supporters. I'm just going to say they're interesting much.
But yeah, so you can find me on all of that. I just uploaded a Pokemon video earlier today. It's one of the biggest projects I've done so far. It's about a 24-minute video going over everything that I like and don't like about the new games. So if you're interested in Pokemon or you want to hear, I guess, a more rational take than some of the other YouTubers that are out there right now, definitely go check that out. But thanks again for having me on, Avidan. Always a good time.
Anytime. Let me know anytime you want to come on. Got you, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
And lastly, you guys know we do the Chillcast here every Friday, and I live stream on this channel. In terms of making content, I was going to do a video on COPPA, but after doing more research, this was a better way to talk about it because it's better to have a discussion rather than a video where I'm just talking and not actually really getting a response back from you guys. If I find anything of value that I could do to actually help prepare for COPPA, then I'm going to actually come up with that and more ways to be more business minded. That's kind of the direction I want to go. I don't want to really add fuel to the fire of YouTube is ending or my content creation is ending or my channel is over. No, I want to find ways to have a solution to help more people think more business minded, to think more of an entrepreneur and think of yourself more as an independent contractor. As I tell your player 2 all the time, put yourself in front of the brand, put yourself in front of the content that you are making. If you are someone who makes Pokemon stuff, say, hey, I'm a content creator that makes Pokemon content. If you're someone who likes fighting games, I'm a content creator that displays fighting games. Put yourself in front. When you are making these videos, show your personality first so people remember you. Because guess what? In every video, you guys know what's going on. This is what's happening. This is Avidan. Or you guys know, most of all, most of all, you guys
Yes.
understand that this is an Avidan Smith video. If I did not say that in a video, you guys would be mad. You guys are like, who is this imposter?
I would literally walk up
What's this imposter?
literally.
Like you guys would not resonate with the content because there are signatures there. So the thing about it is, I'm not just telling you guys something that I'm not following myself. I'm making sure that I stay to it, and diversifying is something that I'm going to be doing more often. I said previously that there will be Mixer exclusive streams. That's going to be more of a reality rather soon, because as Rob was speaking and as I was looking at how YouTube was doing things and how we're being thrown under the bus, yeah, I could get rid of my YouTube membership account. Now the people that I do have channel memberships. I'm still supporting Mandy, Mikkel Casanova. I saw Mikkel in the chat. I'm still supporting him, and I'm still supporting OJ with those memberships.
Yep.
But these are supporting creators that I support. This is not supporting the platform. This is supporting creators.
I don't stream on Twitch no more, and I'm still subbed to some Twitch people.
So, with that said, we're gonna go ahead and get on out of here. I am working on more things with the second channel. With this whole thing with YouTube and COPPA, I have to look over some things with this channel. That second channel is safe. That second channel is not kid friendly at all. Like, I'm not doing anything for kids on that channel, especially with some of the interviews that I will.
That's Avidan's twerk channel. Don't worry about it.
Whoa! Hey. Pause of your life. Anyway,
Shout out to the OnlyFans.
Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and get on out of here. So
I peeped that, Tether.
I peeped what he said too, Tether. I heard you. But anyway, we're gonna get no race tonight. We're just gonna get on out of here. It's late. So shut up, Mikkel. Anyway, we're gonna get on out of here. Thank you guys for coming through. Like always, if you like this video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and most of all, you make sure you share this with a friend. This is Avidan, Rob Rigo, Chris Levi, Manny Lee Plays, Tether Gaming, and we are out.